towards. Let me pull this guy up for everyone. Actually,
Making our way downtown.
yeah,
Oops,
making your way in the
again?
world. With everything you got, you oh, different map. Oh, fucking all the maps. Hold on, let's pull up the other one. The visitor's guide.
Ooh, I'm getting a nil value. I probably should have updated, huh?
Are you seeing the?
Yeah, I don't have the
visitor's
map.
guide map. Let's try it again.
Yes, I am. It's definitely throwing errors, but I see
Okay.
the visitor's guide map.
You throw those arrows right back at it.
Alright, well, you touch down back over here. You know, got a little bit of intel, made your way across the bridge, knew that you pretty much had to head to the northwestern part of the town, in the proper city, through the city gates. You had noticed at this point several covered wagons on occasion traveling on the only road in from the south, which is very much the only place you expected cultists via wagon to be coming into the city for this alleged big caravan gathering that was supposed to be heading out in, let's say, about 6 days now. You know, from the north gates towards Waterdeep and some of the more northern cities along the coast. Getting a little curious about some of these covered wagons, you got a little bit closer and kind of staged a fake hit and run to see what you could discover within the wagons. Things maybe went a little bit further than anticipated, but before we knew it, Gra's foot was lodged up in a hole underneath one of these covered larger caravans, or larger wagons, sorry. And looking down from that hole was the black-scaled reptilian eye of Resmir, the half-black dragon, who, as far as you know, was the main cheese of the dragon cultists back near Greenest when you spied on their camp. Filled inside the caravan were very heavily armored guards accompanying him through the town. It's at this point that the wagon, all of the guards have come to a complete stop. Nine was trying to creep his way in while smooth-talking one of the drivers, who quickly saw through the bullshit and pulled him in through the back curtains into the wagon as a prisoner. Oric convinced two of the off-duty guards that he pretty quickly recognized as not being just your run-of-the-mill villagers, and asked them to go back to town to get help because there's clearly been an accident and an incident was unfolding here on the road. And it's here that some combat has started to erupt, though Resmir and some of his guards still remain within the wagon, which is the color-coded orange squares on the map. The guys in red are the drivers. The more scary fellas in black are the armored escort guards, and the more off-duty guard guys are the ones with the bandana tokens and the badass fucking cut-off sleeves. And we will pick up here exactly where we left off, since we were still very much in the middle of an encounter with off-duty guard who, let's see, that guy who was on his way to town. He's definitely still going there. Guy number 3, one of the drivers, moves in behind Gra, and I feel this music's great and all, but it's not really doing it for me.
You have something a little triumphant, you know, a little upbeat, like we're gonna win kind of music.
I don't know. Let's see what we got here.
You have like the Lord of the Rings overture. There we go.
Let's go in that direction. Okay.
Nice crossfade.
Well, this guy moves in with daggers out, stabs at Gra and hits the first time. hits the second time.
Daggers. Daggers, my favorite for
doing
breakfast.
a total of 9 damage to Gra Rockjaw. Him and the other driver clearly coming in and trying to surround you. One of the guards inside the wagon can be heard knocking another crossbow bolt as he moves towards the ripped open curtain that Gra left behind and fires at the large target with a natural 20. And Gra is unconscious with crossbow bolts.
But stable thanks to his glowing amulet.
Oh.
Oh my god.
Huh.
Go on.
Gra is wearing a please hold.
Of course I rolled.
Carapat of wound closure.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, while you wear this pendant, you stabilize whether you are dying at the start of your turn.
Whoa.
There it is.
Holy shit.
Okay.
Double
Gra
the number of hit points.
Gra takes a crossbow bolt from behind that just sends him face planting to the ground, presumably dead or unconscious.
Gra saw the crossbow bolt coming and he tried to catch it in his teeth, but he misjudged. It went through his nose.
Okay. As the life force feels like it's leaving your body, the red gem on your amulet pulses a glowing red hue, and you immediately stabilize.
Feels like a warm hug.
You are still unconscious, but everyone thinks you're left for dead. You can... I don't really know how to work that. Let's just say you still roll a death save, just in the off chance you roll 20 and get a hit point back and wake up. Nope. Alright. This guy is kind of like looking left, looking right. He's kind of just laughing at the down Gra laying at his feet. And he looks back at the dwarf menacingly, like trying to assess if he thinks you're involved here. He's gonna make an insight check. He's pretty sure you're involved.
He rolls a natural 20.
Close
Yeah.
enough. He... Ooh. Okay.
Well, this is gonna be over fast.
Yeah, you were all nervous and you're rolling like the highest numbers we've ever seen you roll ever.
I know.
He looks over at the dwarf and he says, "Stand down," in a very commanding tone. I need you to make a wisdom saving throw.
Is he commanding you?
Who's he commanding?
Oric.
A wisdom saving throw.
Oh man, don't be commanded, dude.
You can feel a magical energy wash over your mind as you sort of look at him and shake the thought free.
Damn.
And his level 1 takes his full action. He kind of seems a little perturbed by this and a little uneasy and starts to back away and reposition a little bit near the fence. That's one of his spells.
He questions his own authority. It's like, this always worked in the past.
This guy, clearly with interesting affiliations in his off-duty garb, moves in towards the owl with a scimitar that he pulls out,
Oh god.
rolls and misses once,
Owl, no.
slashes and misses again.
He sucks ass.
Bird style.
You see a guard move to the back curtain and basically just has a long sword and a short sword out, and he's just in a very defensive posture guarding the rear entrance to the wagon. Another guy comes near him with a crossbow drawn and fires at the cat. Rolls a natural 1 and the string on his, or the wire, whatever gets behind the bolt there, just completely snaps. Fucking his. Can I just delete this item?
To get him in the eye.
Deletes his crossbow.
Oh, I deleted the guy. I wanted to delete his crossbow.
It snaps
failed
into
so
his
hard.
Face, yeah.
It doesn't work exactly like that. I'm afraid it doesn't work exactly like that.
Somehow shot himself in the eye. he had it turned around back.
He pulls the trigger and it goes in his face.
Oh, you poor bastard. Let's see. Sorry about that. Slight delay of game.
He's like, I got this, and it like cuts to his line of sight, like tracking you perfectly. And he pulls the trigger, and the bolt goes right in his face.
Through the scope.
Put him back in. He doesn't have his bow though, and he does drop to the bottom of the turn order. This guy is very much
So many guards.
protecting
I
his
know.
buddy.
They haven't even attacked you yet.
One of the horses is very much dead. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Sure.
Okay.
Did we kill a horse?
yeah. Groin did.
Well, Groin killed a horse.
Yeah.
Oh, that's right. He just pounced on one like raptor style.
Yeah.
He was hungry.
This guy is starting to. Do I have a horse? I used to. I don't think I do anymore. He's starting to fiddle with the harness with the lead dead horse, and is trying to basically cut and free the wagon from this guy. Okay, he's definitely taking some time. Krennic, what are you doing?
Oh my god.
Haha.
First of all, I want a step of the wind, which is a bonus action, right?
You tell me, sir.
Hang on, let me look at my
bonus.
combat actions.
Yes.
All right. Okay. Wait. Let me tell you what I want to do. You tell me what it's gonna cost.
Okay.
I'm gonna disengage from these motherfuckers
Uh-huh.
while ripping out my Keeg Tomes ointment and gonna smash it on Graw's face.
I thought those were squids for a second.
So
Okay.
here's the thing: I can disengage,
Yeah.
and that's fine because that'd be my full action. But then, do I get a bonus action to smash Keegtog's ointment on Graw's face, or do I need a whole action to do that? In which case, I'd have to use Step of the Wind.
I feel like you're gonna need a full. Let's just say you're gonna need Step of the Wind to pull off this entire combo,
All right, I do that then.
as described.
Step
Okay.
of the Wind. I do somersaults. I fucking backflip.
Okay.
I high five the cat on the way over.
Yeah.
I got this. Hold them up for me. I get over to Graw, rip out Keeg Toms, and then I just like the jelly just fucking falls right on his face.
It's
in his
jelly?
mouth. It's ointment. I don't know.
Is it like Thanksgiving dinner, like cranberry
It
sauce?
could just be like the cranberries that you
Yeah.
get, but it's like smeared. And then I gotta kind of rub it. I gotta spread it around.
Okay.
So, and I start rubbing it real fast with my monk hands because I was
Yeah.
still Step of the Wind. It's like
Oh, it's getting on you
So-
too.
2d8 plus 2.
Okay. I removed one of the charges.
Yeah, do it.
Yeah.
Oh,
take that!
Okay,
Plus
and then
2,
plus
so
2, 14. Okay. Gra is slathered with ointment and is now only suffering from 20 points of damage.
Yeah. And where are you keeping track of my charges?
So
Because
the-
I think
see
it
the
started with
number?
3, right?
Yeah, I put it to 2. See how it says 2 next to King's ointment?
No.
In your bag of holding? It's in your bag of holding, that's fine.
Nope. Oh, you put a 2 next to Lantern of Revealing, didn't you?
Yeah. I see
King
2.
Toad's Omen is 0.5. I'll just
No, to
change
the
it
left, to
2.
the left of it. To the left of it.
Oh. Oh shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, that works. Okay, cool.
Cool.
Thank you.
Okay.
All right, and then that's my whole action. And actually, no,
I mean,
I'm gonna.
technically, you still have a move action.
Yeah. So
It's
what I'm
your
gonna
bonus
do?
is what got you.
Who needs help? I'm gonna run over back to the cat, just to because this is too many
There's
enemies.
A lot of guys over there, yeah.
Yeah, so we're like side by side. I've got
User
your back.
disconnected from your channel.
Oh no.
Uh-oh. Speaking
User joined your
of
channel.
them. Okay.
User disconnected from your channel.
Oh no.
Yeah. lot of ins and outs. People getting cocks all over the place there, huh? Okay.
How are they even in internet?
I don't
User
really
joined
know.
your channel.
I don't really know.
Gracie?
What?
Oh,
Hello?
he's here?
I'm here. My audio can
Oh,
sometimes
Casey's
just
not
cuts
here.
out. Casey's not here?
I mean, he's he's in the chat, but I don't know.
He's not talking.
Bet he is, but he can't hear us, and we can't hear him.
Shit. Resmir. 9. Are you out there? I'm coming for you. Can you hear me?
No!
No.
Him!
Okay.
I mean, do you want to step in for him while he's
It's not his turn yet, but
Okay. Something bad's gonna happen.
yeah.
Oh, oh!
Oh. Oh.
I hear Casey noises.
Oh, you're so far away.
I think your microphone might be still on your PC. It's not coming through your headset, so you sound like super duper far away. Just a guess, though.
Okay. Well, Gra, the weird oily substance slathered around your face, you immediately jolt up, and you see Resmir moving through the ripped canvas in the side of the wagon. And he kind of stops in the center of his protective guard and dons what could only be described as a crazy-looking mask.
Oh,
Huh.
What is it made of?
what's it look like?
Black
Crazy.
dragon scales.
Yeah, of
Just
course
a
it is.
big scale over his face, like a welder's mask.
Yeah, yeah.
Why don't you
Actually,
minor illusion to make
you
it
know,
look like it's pink?
while we're
Hot
waiting
pink.
on Casey, I
Oh, I'm here.
would
Oh.
love to actually show you what this looks like, and I don't have it here this second, but I will in less than a minute.
Oh, I hope it looks like a starfish.
Hold on.
Wait, please.
Please wait. Please.
Or like just a
Please
unicorn
wait.
horn coming out of the front.
It looks like the mask.
The Jim Carrey mask.
Yeah.
Nice. Before or after putting it on.
Yes.
But when the dog wears it.
Yeah, dog mask. Here, don't even bother looking for it, Fiddy. I'll find it for you.
Yeah, you know. Fuck. I'll find it later. It looks like a black dragon mask. Okay. Only enhancing his obviously dragon-like nature. And you
Yeah,
just you hear him
for you.
kind of. We cannot be. And you can't hear the rest. Kind of just gets mumbly. And let's see. A magical black darkness surrounds the
Ugh. God
Oh.
damn it.
We are blind.
Nah, just the cart. 20-foot radius.
How does that work with fairy fire?
It's still going.
Who was concentrating on fairy fire?
I was.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that left, wasn't
I
it?
think-
Or is that not concentration?
It, Fairy Fire, I think, is concentration. I'm trying to check.
It is, yes. So the fairy fire definitely left, I think, when 9 got fucked last time. If I'm not mistaken, I'm pretty sure it happened. Yeah?
That's about right.
Yes.
Yes, 9 got folks, yes.
Okay. In that case, yes, a globe of darkness surrounds all of the cart. And
I have a question.
yeah.
The guy standing next to Gra, can he see Gra, but Gra can't see him?
No, you can't see him, and he can't see you, as far as you know.
And can I see the people in the cart, or do I just appear to be blind in here?
You just feel blind. Like, you feel alive, but maybe you step through the gates into the afterlife. It all
Okay.
happened so fast. The last thing you saw was like a black dragon mask covering a black dragonish face. And then darkness.
Uh-oh. Grass felt this feeling before.
Fuck.
Okay. Sky moves in towards the magical healing owl. Swings. his-
No, not magic.
Okay.
Not.
It
not
was
mag-
ointment
I'm not magic.
Fueled.
Well, you know, he's got his own thoughts and beliefs. He swings once and it slashes past you, but he swings the short sword and it connects.
Ugh.
And let's get real here. That's a baby's sword. Like a sword for babies,
Yeah.
right?
But he does roll max damage, doing 9
Ah.
points of damage.
Wow.
Ugh.
So we're all gonna die here.
Doesn't feel very good.
I mean, I feel like we just sat
Starfinder.
down, guys.
Yeah. This guy moves in to flank you with similar equipment.
Yeah, good thing there's no
Swings
flanking.
A long sword and a short sword once more. Long sword hits. Doing 4 points of damage.
So much. Good job.
I am nearly dead. I have 7 hit points left.
Grimlaw and Groin. And Auric. Auric, you can have
18 turns.
I'm gonna run past this guy, cause he doesn't know that I'm engaged, does he? Or that I'm.
well,
that
you're
I'm
not.
in combat.
I mean, you're not engaged.
So he's not gonna get an attack of opportunity.
No. It would only be if you were already. I think. Yeah. Well, he was engaged with Gra anyway, so calling it fine. So you're moving past him there.
Yeah.
Okay.
I am going to cast Hold Person on guard 1.
Okay.
That. Doing that.
Okay, and your spell save DC.
Is actually I don't.
Where the fuck's your hold person? Do you have that prepared?
Yeah.
I don't see it in your.
How the fuck did I get that? Hold on.
Is it because you're out of level 2 slots?
Yeah. I just closed my. No. I closed the last level 2 spot. I had
Okay.
2.
Okay.
Had one open.
Looks
turned
like
it
looks like it's DC 13. Okay.
Jeez, that's so bad.
Guard 1 has to make his wisdom saving throw. Of course he does.
Perfect. And then as a bonus action, I'm gonna cast Healing Word on Krennic.
Okay.
What is the word you speak?
Hope.
Yeah.
Feel good, better. Got it.
Oh, Roger.
And Fiddy, when you get a chance, will you pop up my maps again? I trying to find them in that message of the day, but I can't get the. Thank you, sir. I just updated, by the way.
Oh, yeah.
And
Nice.
also, I didn't do this, but I assume with healing I can drop it on the target too.
You sure can.
Dice.
Yeah. Oops,
Okay.
I went the wrong
That-
way there. 21 minus 5.
I apologize. Next time
No,
when
it's
that
fine.
happens, and I'll mark off my spell.
Cool. All right. That will be your turn. Groin and Grimlaw. You remember you can shout like a few words as a free action within reason, if you so choose, as you were moving past.
Get the guy next to Graw.
Grod yells, where am I?
Okay. Grimlaw is going to try to handle his animal here. Actually, I should roll him on here.
He uses handle animal.
And Fiddy, just out of
Yeah.
curiosity, which guy attacked Krennic?
They both did. Guard 1 and Guard 23.
Because one of them is still wrangled by my tentacle.
Ooh. Okay.
I don't know. I don't know if there's any retconning, but sorry, I was trying to get all this technical stuff figured out.
No, that's alright. Let's say it's guard 1. We'll have to go with things as they are for now.
Gotcha.
Groin is trying to eat more horses.
We really neglected the fuck out of him, huh?
Yeah.
Unfortunately for Grimlaw, that is much higher than his handle animal at this point in time. And he starts going to fucking town on another horse.
Mm.
Well,
Well, we
nobody's
fucked up,
escaping.
guys.
Should have fed him like
At all.
ever.
Alright, this
Just
is the
never
guy
fed
who's-
him.
This is the guy who's got the fucked crossbow.
He fires his crossbow again with
No,
no
it's the one-
bolt.
It's broken. It's broken. He,
Yes.
he throws the broken crossbow base in rage at 9.
Can he see through the darkness?
Oh, he
Nope.
can't.
Nope.
Disadvantage, huh?
Yeah.
No.
Doesn't matter. A broken crossbow comes flying this way.
Emerging from the darkness.
Fuck the darkness. And we return to the top of the initiative order. This guy, seeing the darkness, moves around it to the horses to help his.
Ha! He can't see
friend.
Gra.
He's disengaged, huh?
Yep.
Awesome.
And he too appears to be trying to deal with the horse situation, and actually seeing the issue. Goes to attack Groin. Oh boy.
Throwing down.
Hits twice with his dagger. Ooh, fuck. Okay.
Oh, he's not dead.
Yet. That was one guy. There's
He's
like
cut.
48 more guys that could
Nutrients.
potentially attack him.
Hold, please.
People is disappearing.
Oh, what the fuck? 19. Why aren't you in my thing? Huh. Sorry. Technical difficulties. Oh. Weird. Okay. Okay. Cool. Gra, you literally see nothing right now. You hear things.
I've
You
always
hear
wanted to
horses,
say
You
this.
hear horses crying and screaming. You hear crossbow bolts flying. You hear wood thunking on the ground. What are you doing?
This didn't make sense until just this moment, but I attack the darkness. No, I'm just kidding. I don't attack the darkness. So I was aware of where the cart was, right?
Yes, yeah. You basically had oil slathered on your face. You feel like adulting, like something just smacked you. You look up, you see Black Dragon donning some weird, strange mask, and then blackness.
I run in the reverse direction of the cart.
Okay.
Just away from the cart.
Yeah.
Okay.
I just imagine him doing it backwards for some reason.
Roll. Okay. With advantage, considering you did kind of get a glance there. Roll for me an insight check with advantage.
Little insighty poo here. Insight. Let's go, babe. Oh yeah, do it this way. Boop.
Okay. And were you like trying to just do like a single move or a dash?
I want to
What's your best case scenario?
run my 30 feet backwards so I can survey if I can see anything that's not dark.
Okay. Okay. You. End up
Oh
failing.
boy. Holy shit.
And you see a globe of darkness. You see the scene unfolding pretty clearly from a decent distance now.
Alright, I'm gonna continue dashing, and I'm gonna go 30 feet to here.
Okay. Alright.
And I'm gonna use bonus action
Okay.
to second wind myself. Booyah!
Nice.
Booyah!
Also,
Nice, yeah.
your pendant gives you extra shit when you do that.
It's only hit dice, I think. Let me double check. Which would
This
be
is
like a
every
short-
time you're rolling.
I did not
rolling-
know that. Thank you for calling that out.
Hold
if
on.
it's true.
Hold on.
Ho.
Whenever you roll a hit
on.
die to regain hit points,
Hit
double the
die
number.
are only rolled on short rests.
This isn't a hit die that he's rolling.
No, it's
No,
not. This is a special die.
No, this is a
Uh,
now.
Shit,
what's-
sorry.
what's
I was trying.
going
I was trying.
on with
Thank you.
your Second wind. I don't know. I'll give it to you. I don't know if you had one used or not. I don't know. Your sheet was fucked up. But yeah, you can have it. All right.
I used the other one last game.
Okay.
The blocking one.
Yeah. All right.
Well,
you hear from the darkness a voice just shouting, "Cut the fucking horses free!" And none of you see this, but you hear some rigorous hacking and slashing. This guy, let's see, moving in close to the horse that Groin currently has his maul wrapped around. You hear him muttering a few arcane words, and you kind of see him like gesture with a small piece of iron that he pulls off from his dagger and holds it near Grimlaw.
Good luck, guy.
Let's see, Grimlaw.
Gonna become a true dragon.
Oric, do you want to roll his wisdom saving throw, or should I?
I'm gonna roll it.
Okay, roll
Yeah,
D20
'cause he's-
and add
roll down.
0.
Roll down.
Would you do it in the dice tower?
I did.
Grimlaw dies.
Just describe. Just Fiddy, describe what happens.
Yeah.
Don't even say whether or not he
so
wins.
so this guy holds this like little piece of iron forward, like die, trying to like cast towards Groin and Grimlaw, and Grimlaw looks, hey, right? Huh? And he can see Grimlaw saying, "I am Dragon Knight," and he just holds his whatever weapon he had. I don't even know what fucking weapon Grimlaw has right now.
It was an expensive short sword, if I remember
Ah,
correctly.
it's like,
I remember this.
A long sword, yeah.
It was
long
a long
sword.
sword.
And he seems unaffected by the magical incantation.
Oh,
Yes!
oh my god. What an idiot.
Tripping out of the darkness and tumbling onto his face is... Ooh, wrong guy.
He died.
Yeah, his crossbow snapped too.
Is one of the off-duty guards.
Oh,
bearing the flaming fist insignia underneath of his jacket.
Doesn't get paid very much.
Hey, Fiddy, you had a guy disappear.
Oh, thanks. Yeah, I was clicking the wrong things. More hacking and slashing and bits of leather being cut and horses whinnying can be heard. 9. What are you up to?
I look at Krennic and I say, I have an idea. Do you think you can handle these two?
I think it would be good if we focused them down.
Okay.
But yeah, I can maybe dodge for a bit.
Okay. Fuck, sorry. I know what I want to do, but
Go
it's
with-
just not. It's
Go
not
with your
gonna be good.
guts. Just act.
Okay. I am going to
Says the DM.
yell to everybody in our surrounding area and say, "This is the greatest troop of all time. All booze. I will pay for all drinks for the next 2 nights. And to anybody who will help us take out this cart." And then I fucking throw the hammer down, or throw my pick down onto the frets of my yarting, and I use Shatter.
Ooh.
Shall we focus these guys?
Go with your guts.
Okay.
No one
do the
can
thing.
advise your shatter
My
location.
guts were telling me this, even
Yeah.
though it's not the right idea, but it's gonna hurt some people.
Oh shit.
But then, I mean, we're vulnerable, as that was. But my guts were telling me this. But I was also hoping that by using this amazing thunderous ring, the people around us look at us and maybe they've heard tales of this troop that just won this tournament, of this talent contest a couple towns over. And they're like, "Oh yes, let's help them so we can see them perform and get free drinks
For 2 nights.
for 2 nights."
I like it.
Okay.
That's-
Alright, so they're all making a DC 14 Constitution save.
Yep.
Okay. 1 second.
Oh, and they all still take damage anyway.
It just matters if they get thrown around.
Constitution.
Or it's half damage, I think, too.
Yeah, half on the save. Ooh, that fucker up.
Roll damage, please. And please remove your spell slot.
Damn, that thing's powerful.
12.
And I didn't even do that good. Below average.
Okay, 1 second.
You did fire into the darkness.
He did attack the darkness.
I hope it was so goddamn loud that everybody was just like amazed. And these off-duty guards especially are like, "I'll take some drinks in a show."
Ha.
Okay. The people in the surrounding areas are definitely forming a bit of a crowd at this point. No one seems to be taking action. Are you doing any while you're kind of engaged in melee with your whip still around
Yeah,
this
yeah.
guy?
Yep,
Is that it for you?
I believe it is. Yeah.
Okay.
Yep. Do I need to perform the hell out of these bystanders?
I mean, you don't feel like people seem generally a bit terrified and confused at the moment.
Yeah.
It's probably your
Hopefully this
best
rock music brings them
assessment.
back.
Yeah.
Biddy, stop projecting.
I have no potions? Shit, I have no potions.
I might have one. Did I hear him whisper that under his breath? I might have one.
Ha, yeah. I've got no potions.
Could I use a bonus action, I guess, to hear? I heard him say, "I have no potions," and I slip him a potion of healing that I have.
Whoa.
Can I do that as a bonus action?
Oh, like your tail takes it out from your
Yeah. My
your
tail,
belt.
my tail was just doing mind of its own. Just did it for me.
I'll say that you your tail has plucked the potion free and is ready to
Okay.
deliver it, but
Got it.
on your next turn you can just give it to him.
Got it.
And hopefully I don't leave.
Your tail's like going like this with it.
I hope you grab it, Krennic.
Okay.
Bleeding a lot.
This guy appears. Well, no one sees anything. Never mind. He's very busy. Krennic.
I was gonna say I don't matter. Okay. Which of these two in front of me look fucked?
Either.
They're
No.
both great.
They're both
One's
great.
wounded.
Yeah. 1 sec. I'm gonna try something.
You have your whip around one of them? You have it around one
Yeah.
of them, right?
Guard
Yeah.
one. Yeah.
Oh. Guard 1. Okay. One sec. Okay. I have a plan after this, but I think for right now, we're just gonna have to monk it up.
Yes, sir.
Hold this one still, and then I.
Oh,
Wow.
boy.
You,
Wow.
You try to monk it up, but
Just
in
wow.
in your slightly injured state, you.
Yeah. All right. Then I'll bonus
you
action
monk
to
nothing.
unarm attack him with the elbow, the following elbow.
Okay.
Ooh,
Okay.
Okay.
Oh,
Okay.
thank you.
Okay.
In the nuts, I'm assuming.
You connect.
Okay, there you go.
Oh.
Shot.
Monk him up.
Pew!
Holy shit!
Pew!
All right.
There you go.
You do some damage.
Yeah, I hit him. And then, let's see. Nah, I've got no movement. I said, that's it. Gra! Get this guy! He's whipped!
I turn to look over and I just see you like just across the face, just like a little.
Yeah.
This one.
Gra, I need your help! And then can I use my move action to just grab the potion from, 9?
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, cool. It's alright, so now it's in my hand.
Yes. Yes, sir.
Okay. I don't have
Okay.
a bonus action though. I already used it to attack. I'm not level 5, am I? No, I'm not. I'm level 4. Oh my god.
Oh, your slap did some damage to him.
Yeah!
Like-
He's whipped! He's whipped! 9 has him! Get him!
Got heavy damage on him too.
Oric is over there. He might be able to... Oric, help!
Had your chance to leave.
Oh no. Yeah.
Goodbye.
You slip into the darkness.
Goodbye. Goodbye.
No.
Now.
Oh, that's an AoE getting calculated there.
I want to randomly see shit like that just constantly. Huh. Interesting.
Yeah, like, would this or... Yeah, that would... Oh, if I put it there, it gets everybody.
To be fair, it is what we constantly do to Fiddy every move. Where's the epicenter where I can kill the most of them?
Oh.
Appearing out of
Wait. What's happening?
out of nothing, from the darkness, is Rezmir with the black dragon mask over his face.
He's visible?
He's visible. You see fuming in his nostrils and like little bits of steam coming out from the opening in the mask, as it smells almost like blood, and bits of acid appear to be fuming up inside of his maw.
Oh.
And he says, "It's time we leave, you worthless lot." And just a stream of acid in a line that's just splatters out about 5 feet on either side of the line is just a hot, streaming column of acid.
Does it hit his guards?
It does. Everyone, including his guards, need to make a dexterity saving throw.
I say, I want to use cutting words to help us a little bit here.
Okay.
And I want to say, oh look, he ate some of the greenest chicken.
What?
Also,
Got the spew.
Nine and Krennic look like they're standing behind these guards. Does that help at all?
Ooh, cover.
Yeah.
Alright, so cutting words.
I'm trying to see if it's a reaction.
It is, but it's more against a creature making an attack roll type ability. Saving things with saving throws usually aren't attack rolls.
Okay.
If you have anything that helps with saving throws, I mean that's.
Don't.
Do we have
That's
acid
good
resist
stuff.
on any of our shit?
No.
Why would we have that?
I don't know. We kill a lot of things and
Alright.
take their shit.
I've got a saving throw for Krennic on the board. I need one for 9 and Auric.
Does that cover help at all?
Okay, wait. So, cutting words can be used against the damage.
Oh.
Yes. I think so.
This is when a creature makes an
Your-
attack roll,
your face
ability
looks
check,
so
or a
happy right
damage
now.
roll. So it's like maybe.
Attack roll. Or damage roll. Yeah. Okay. Okay.
Dang. You're like, it worked!
Creatures
Like I
immune
said,
to
the
area
greenest chicken.
immune to being charmed. Okay. The last line's interesting about how it doesn't work if they're immune to being charmed.
Oh no! Okay.
Oh no.
Shit! I made him read it.
Yeah.
Okay. Ordic, Krennic, 9. I need that dex saving throw.
Oh yeah, do we get?
You got
any
mine. Do you need
bonuses?
another one? Is it an
This
advantage or
mine.
something?
Don't worry about that. I'll add things in if need be.
You want me to give you another one?
Oh no. I only need
How many do you want?
I know.
just the one.
Oh, should I put
Just
it out in public? I should put it
Did you say roll 8, take the highest?
Okay.
I mean, that's fine.
I'll
That's
accept an
fine.
advantage.
I mean, it wouldn't help me at all, but maybe one of you other guys.
He just barely clipped you too, Auric.
That's fair.
Through the
Just-
darkness, you see acid emerge.
Oh, that's the last 6 dice.
Okay.
Oh, I bet he clipped someone in the darkness too.
Somebody clipped 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of us.
God, you guys got acid all over you. Smell terrible.
Bye, 9. Bye, Krennic.
Dude, Resmir's wounded. Oh, I'm gonna
Oh.
fuck that guy up.
Resmir's wounded?
Yeah, he is.
Oh.
Yeah, I'm fucking.
You two are both unconscious.
Yeah, we may be dead. Yeah, we're probably dead. No, yep, there we are. Later, guys. We all dead.
Oh no! Why are you sideways? Why are you sideways?
I fell.
Say
I
you,
fell
he
down.
did.
I fell
Um,
down.
Acid just washes over all of you, immediately knocking everyone pretty much prone. 9 and Krennic, the lights go out and your flesh burns something awful, leaving no fur or feather across the areas of your face and body that it hit. Guard 1 is just smells something awful as he's melting on the ground. The other guard only caught a little bit of it, but he's just screaming and grabbing his hands. Auric, it kind of catches and burns part of your left eye. And Grant,
like Thor.
you see all of this, and just standing there menacingly above all of them, Resmir takes the mask off and looks down at his guards who are just screaming in pain. Says, "You fools have done nothing but delay my journey, and now we shall be off." And he heads back into the darkness, leaving them behind.
Did the darkness disappear? when he attacked.
The darkness did not disappear,
Okay.
but he steps inside of it and disappears himself. You all see a couple of the more regaled guards, and Auric, you can kind of just see up from your good eye into the ripped side of the caravan. Resmir just standing up and pointing forward, and two of the guys in the full armor, the full cultist getup, have taken the reins at the front, where two horses now stand cut free. Two bodies lay dead in front of them. Everyone else, including all of his drivers, the two horse carcasses, which are partially alive, Grimlaw and Groin, stand in front of the path as they just whoosh, lash at the reins of these two horses, and they appear to be just driving the cart through all of it.
So, another thing.
Yeah.
The cart has a busted wheel and a critically broken wheel in the back.
It sure does.
Alright.
Dragon ass all the way down.
Over horses.
Dragon ass indeed.
Yep. Let's see. That guy's not doing good.
I want
Oh.
to make a save for Grimlaw.
Wow. Guy who was really fucked up, guard 1. You're well, let's just say lifeless hand for now. 9. The whip sort of releases its hold on him as the life just drains from his acid-burned body.
Oh.
Yeah, sure, I guess that makes sense.
That guy is trying to crawl away painfully. And now I need Grimlaw, Groin. I'll roll for Groin. Auric.
I did a dex save, because I assume that's what that is.
Yeah. And then these guys. Wow. Okay. Two of the guys go diving out of the way as what can only be described as this sled dragging through the dirt right now goes charging ahead. Groin rolls a 1.
Bye, Groin.
Auric, roll another d20 for me, another dex save in the tower, if you will.
Oh, I'm sorry. I rolled my dex save, not Grimlaw's. I'm sorry.
That's okay. Okay.
It's going down, buddies.
But his dex is pretty high, I thought.
It's really high, and it's high enough that he just manages to not get trampled to death. Guy number 3 and Groin aren't so lucky.
Oh no. Oh no! Why'd he disappear like that?
Yeah.
He's dead.
Well, he had a taste for horse meat.
And
Yeah, he did.
let's be honest, he was not very
Wasn't getting
Why?
through the gate. Yeah.
Yeah.
Died doing what he loved. Eating horses.
Well,
Good for you, Groin.
it's a sight to see. The fucked up wagon, which the driver rolls a natural 20 on,
Whoa.
manages to just plow through fucking everyone, and this thing is just digging in and just swerving around the road. But they make a break for it as the darkness drops, and the trampling, dying sounds of everyone and everything, including the horses left in their way, are the only thing they leave behind as just a massive dust cloud kicks up and they take off down the road. I'm going to hide them, but you aren't out of the shit yet.
No, we are not.
Auric!
Grimlaw, run! Or fly away!
He's only got one wing.
Oh, it's healed by now. short seals I know.
Grimlaw is like face planted in the side of the road there near Guy 12.
Don't care. I'm yelling at him as loud
Okay.
as I can as I run over. Oh boy. Okay, I'm gonna
Right.
cast. I'm gonna cast Cure Wounds on Krennic, and as a bonus action, Healing Word on 9, and then if I can start dragging them towards Gra, or maybe just 9 towards Gra.
All right. So sorry. What's the? Give me the commands again.
Cure Wounds
Hmm.
is a touch spell,
Yeah.
obviously, and then Healing Word is like 1d4.
So, unfortunate side effect of that very awesome spell series that I watched, the animated one,
Oh, he's learned.
is that only cantrips, other cantrips, can be cast. Like you can only basically cast one spell a turn, unless they're both cantrips, even if it's a bonus action and an action.
Okay.
But you do notice a potion in
There. Oh.
Krennic's hand.
Yeah, that's right.
Yep.
Holy
give you-
shit, I forgot about that.
I was just gonna try and drop that in private
So
chat.
if you want a bonus action using the potion that's already in his hand, I'll give that to you.
Okay, then I'll do Cure Wounds on 9 and the potion on Krennic.
Have you talking about the potions in my tail?
Oh, jeez,
He
yeah.
snagged
Krennic
it
had
from you.
grabbed
I
from
got
his
it in
hand
on my turn.
with his bonus action.
Oh,
Alright.
shit, it's right there.
So I'm marking off my spell.
Okay, and you should be able to roll it right on the person if you want. Actually,
yeah.
don't. Just roll it clean because of the way. I'm not sure how it works with people who are unconscious. Cool. 8, and that one was going to who?
So I think if Krennic has the potion, I'm pouring the
Yeah,
potion
that
in
makes
his
sense.
mouth.
That
And
makes
9,
sense.
I'll just do the 8 points for
Okay. And
That's why I took the full brunt of the acid. I was protecting the potion with my body.
whose inventory is that potion coming out of? 9's?
Nice.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
coming out of mine.
Okay.
I can remove it right now.
Okay. And that was the potion of healing or greater healing?
Just a regular one.
Okay. Cool.
Acid doesn't go through glass.
All right.
Oh yeah, that's right.
It is removed.
It would have been fun anyway.
Potion of healing is. I should have looked before we removed it. My bad.
1d20 plus your half your health.
It is 2d4 plus 2. Who's rolling?
You roll it. I don't want to roll it.
Who's you? Me?
2d4. I'll do it.
Yeah.
2d4, and then we'll add 2 to that. 7.
That's pretty good.
Min-max that shit.
Okay. All right.
Doesn't that put me to 7 positive?
It's 7. No. It's you still have 21 points of damage.
But I mean, any point of damage that knocks me down to 0 puts me at 0.
Right.
So
So
from 0,
you've
I
got
get 7.
7 health. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Cool.
So the two of you awake
Mm.
on this field of combat, and find yourselves horribly scarred and burned. Like all 3 of you will probably never look the same again, short of any sort of advanced magical healing.
To wear a mask. Make me a superhero.
Ooh, I can make you a mask.
Oh, that's the first thing you say to him as he wakes up.
Yeah.
Well, you are an ugly motherfucker.
I like tap his face, and I'm like looking at him like, ooh, I can make you a mask.
You're like a Siamese cat bird. Got,
Gra.
I cry. So, guard 23. Can you describe him? He's crawling right now.
Yeah, he appears to be crawling away, like just almost in a bit of like PTSD or confusion, just crawling away from the scene. He seems a little bit rattled.
Does he have a weapon in hand?
He does. He has a long sword and his short sword he seemed to have left behind in the dirt behind him.
All right, I'm gonna cry out to guard 23. I'm gonna cry out in a booming voice over the battlefield. Drop your weapons or face the wrath of Rockjaw. And I flex. And the light catches my pectorals.
Okay, make an intimidation check with
Oh, shit.
advantage.
Nice. I love intimidation.
I love advantage.
I know. Let's do it. Advantage, intimidation. Oh my god, I'm intimidating. Not enough.
I mean, it's a 10.
Mediocre.
He continues to crawl.
Alright, I look over at guy 2 and I like give him like the stink face. And then I run over to guard 23 and I battle axe him in the spine.
Okay.
So how do I work my
So
what do I-
melee prone should be advantage, I believe.
Nice.
Yep.
Do I drag my
Yeah,
what
so,
do I drag on
turn
him?
turn advantage on, and then drag your attack roll weapon, like your 2-hit thing.
Like
onto
not the
him.
damage, right?
Right, exactly. Yeah, the
Okay.
big, the plus whatever.
Oh my god.
And you miss.
All right. I don't think I could do anything about that, and I feel like an ass.
Your friend so horribly disfigured. has-
Yeah, the ointment oil is stinging at your eyes as you try to swing at the crawling guy, and you just connect with nothing but dirt. It's
As I'm-
burning.
swinging down like the oil just like it like makes my axe fall out just a little too much. All right, I continue. All right, I stand over him. I loom over him.
Okay. You see one of the guys in the distance behind the fence kind of crawl and stand up. He's looking towards all of you and looking at the fleeing wagon and starts to run for it. But he already used his other main move to get the fuck up. This guy tries to get up, assesses the scene, and starts running towards the bridge.
We gotta interrogate one of them, knowing where they're going.
Yep.
We have to get one.
9. You can feel the burnt, missing fur that just covers the entire right side of your face. Your eye is fine, but like all the way up to the corner of your mouth, it just feels like raw, wrinkled, naked cat flesh.
Oh no.
Scalding with burns. And it kind of hurts and feels awful, but you're alive and you see just chaos around you in this fleeing wagon that's just kicking up clouds of dirt and dust as it flees to the west. Are you there, 9?
Oh yeah, I was muted. Shit.
Uh-huh.
I don't feel good.
No.
I don't feel good at all.
Mm-mm.
And guard 1 is totally dead, right?
Totally,
He's-
yeah.
he's
Yeah,
dying.
He looks to you what you would probably feel like or be like if he wasn't in front of you. Like he is just melted and sizzled into scalding, burnt alive flesh. Very, very Deadpool without a mask kind of imagery.
I'm glad he saved me. It was not fun. I say zigzag. Am I on the ground? I'm just.
Yeah, you're just kind of like, and your face and your fur just melted off on the right side of your face.
Yeah. This guy that's climbing away, this guard 23.
Mm.
I see him and I cast a minor illusion of a wall in front of him. And in front of him, like it goes like the way he's crawling, it's this way.
Yep.
And this way, or like
Like an L
basically, I'm
shape.
trying to shepherd him into Groff.
Oh, you're going May on him.
So he's like crawling, and then he turns, and he keeps crawling. And I want him to like crawl up to the feet of Gra, and then like have his head follow the feet up to the tree stumps of his legs, up to his head.
Okay. Alright, you conjure this illusion up in front of him. And Gra, you kind of hear like, what? He just seems like a little delirious, a little confused. Are you doing anything else, 9?
I'm gonna stand all the way up,
Okay.
And let's see, what else do we need here? Oh, its healing word is a bonus action, right?
It is, yes.
Or is,
Yeah,
okay.
yeah.
I am going to, let's see, where are you? How does, Krennic and I both I know are not good.
Yeah.
Who looks worse for wears?
Oh, you're gonna really do that? You're gonna compare yourself to him after being splashed in the face with acid?
I look like you feel.
We both look like Kentucky Fried Chicken.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You both look awful.
I think everyone's fucked up.
Alright,
Take
well,
care
I'm
of
going
yourself.
to...
Take care of yourself.
So, fine, I'm going to take care of myself. And I say...
Yeah. You go to give it to me. I'm like, no, you.
And then the magic word, I tell him, I whisper to Krennic, I say, that's good because the magic word was heal myself anyways. And then I cast healing word.
Okay. And you can go ahead and try it. You should just be able to click that on,
Yep.
drag it onto yourself even. 6. Okay.
There you go.
Okay.
You guys are chicken nuggets now.
Oh yeah.
I like that little rebel.
This guy is fucking. None of these guys are into it with the wagon gone. They appear to be chasing after it or running for their lives at this point.
Yeah, they should.
Dummies.
Krennic,
Yeah.
Because they're about to get fucked.
Oh my gosh, they are very, very bad. Is guard 23 like nearly dead? So I'll just go up and.
no.
He's not, he's just prone
No,
and
he
acid.
just,
He
he just
prone?
looks like he's in shock and he's prone right now, crawling.
Oh.
His one arm does look pretty injured. That's why he's only got the one blade right now.
Yeah. And the guy next to guard 1, he's dead.
As far as you can tell, yeah, he's not
Okay.
moving at the moment.
Girl, I'll help you. And I like get up and I'm like, staff, because I'm just trying to knock him out, not kill him. Just
Okay.
some dual damage, I guess. I don't know.
Do I recognize Krennic with no feathers?
Oh, it's advantage because he's on the ground.
Yeah.
Sorry.
yeah, it's true.
There you go.
You, after using your staff to force yourself up, you get up and smack into him, and do a good amount of damage.
Okay. And then if he's still not unconscious, I'm like, bonus action, martial arts, and I do the old.
Muck him up.
Oh,
Okay.
The elbow.
suplex.
And
Alright.
then.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
Alright. Still got
Oh,
advantage.
Sorry, it's advantage. Sorry. Hey,
Yep,
don't walk
that'll
away
hit.
when I'm
That'll
Worth
talking
it.
to you.
Okay. Okay.
Nice.
And it's all non-lethal damage. There we go. That's what it
Alright. Alright.
is. Grah. Do it.
It's kind of, yeah, just fucking off. This guy. He kind of stops crawling and drops his blade and he's going back. Please. Please, I yield.
Give yourself up.
And you can see like the acid's kind of burned part of his like neck and his arm. And he stops crawling. He drops the blade.
All right. Just hold my bow at him. Just pointing at him. Looking around.
Okay. A few moments pass, and down, way down, past the smoke clouds, you see a small entourage of guards, or at least the formation that they're walking in kind of gives that impression. Let's say about here on the red circle, if you look at this map.
Shit, which map? Oh, there it is. Okay.
Visitor's guide.
Okay, so it's still a couple hundred feet off.
Yeah.
Okay.
But
we have like a minute.
Auric, you can surmise that they may or may not be connected to the men you sent off, or perhaps some of the commotion around you. There's probably a couple dozen people, not anywhere super close, who have gathered around a little bit. All of the other non-dead guards have run off in various directions, some back towards the bridge, some towards the fleeing, very broken wagon. that Resmir and some of his men were still inside of. The horses that were trampled and left behind aren't entirely dead yet.
Ooh.
And guard 1, you're not sure if he's entirely dead yet. And Grimlaw is kind of groaning on the ground, but starts to stand up.
Grimlaw, come on! Come on, Grimlaw, over here! While I say that,
He starts wandering over.
Oh.
okay.
What are you doing? You feel like about a minute's a fair estimate before you've got company.
I'm doing two things. I'm casting, or I hand Krennic a healing potion. And I will mark it from my inventory.
Okay.
You now have a potion of healing.
Is that
And
2d4 plus 2?
and then I grab a rope from my bag and I put it around that guy's wrists. And I just tie it because I think mending takes a minute to cast, and if we only have a minute, we need to go.
Thank you. And then I have the trick to get us out of here, and I reach down and I pull up this, like, bottle with this silvery, smoky substance. You say the word, and we have cover to get out of here.
Alright, Gra nods and he slings guard 23 and guard 1 over his shoulders.
Oh shit, both of them?
Yeah, both of them.
I'll pick up guard 23's blade. So just make sure, like, there's nothing, no evidence.
Okay.
And I go and I come over to Grimlaw and I just put my arm around him. Don't say anything, and then I hand him a potion of healing as well. Also
Oh,
marked.
slippery bitch.
Are you telling him to drink it now?
Yeah. Go ahead and drink it, Grimlaw. Make you feel better.
Go ahead and roll that 2d4 for me.
Can I? Oh, I guess I can't drop it on him, can I?
Probably could.
No, not unless it came straight from the potion text. But it's just roll it. I'll add it. It's fine. 7. Okay.
What do we see for buildings in the immediate vicinity?
Well, so on the map here, very much around this mountain road that you're on is, it's a well-traveled dirt road, but there's pretty much just farmlands between here and Little Kalimshan, that number 7 up ahead. So
Farmlands?
ahead of you and behind you are mostly small dwellings, and then some of them that seem to wrap around sort of outer roads that go into the farmlands of the trees and hillsides and plateaus that are to the northeast of you all.
Are there any conveniently placed tall wheat fields or cornfields next to us?
Or alleyways that we can...
I mean, there's roads and buildings that branch off to the east, and lots of various fields of different crops.
Let's find the nearest house and run behind it.
Okay.
Like two houses in.
And my aim with the smoking bottle is to, like, pump out, like, the smoke that allows us to escape without being seen by onlookers, so no one can be like, they ran that way, ran into that house.
Okay. What the hell item is that again? Ever smoking bottle.
Ever
That's
smoking
the
bottle.
getaway bottle.
That's that ever smoking bottle, dog.
It never stops unless I cork it.
Oh shit, that's
Yeah.
fancy.
60-foot radius. 60-foot
Whoa.
radius.
Whoa.
Whoa.
Yeah.
It's so many
Oh my
radiuses.
God.
So it just, like, when everyone's ready, Gra's got him over the shoulder, and we're like, okay, we're going to go that way, through the buildings, into the field, across to the other buildings over there, whatever. I uncork it, and basically just, like, count to 10, then let's start going.
Heavily
it.
obscured.
Gra gets to 4 and then he can't count any higher.
Hey,
Okay.
Should you bring the bottle with us?
Yeah, no,
Yeah.
I don't leave it behind. I just
Okay.
leave it out for a round, cork it, and then we're good. It's a
Okay.
fucking magical item. It's amazing. It never runs out.
Wow. All right.
Really?
Yeah.
Interesting.
You could just
Okay.
keep that uncorked all the time and then we'd have permanent darkness on us.
Well, it's a heavily, it creates a
True.
heavily obscured area.
We would need blind sight in order to see through it. That's it.
Okay, as Gra hoists these two dead or near dead guards over each of his shoulders, there's the whatever sound. Make your cork sound again. That was great. There you go. And smoke begins to billow out, just creating this thick, creamy gray cloud
Don't drink it.
that quickly overtakes the area surrounding all of you. And in the confusion and the cover, you make your way into some of the more dense houses to the east.
Yeah.
Alright.
Yeah. And
Guys-
we all walk kind of like single file with our hands on each other, and then we just gotta Gra's the leader.
We're like Team America, guys.
Yeah.
Alright, I'm just gonna say you went that way.
Buddy system.
Okay. You leave the scene of the crime, and you make your way into the farming community of the shanty towns. of Baldur's Gate here.
I was like, are you really gonna name it? Yes.
I don't know.
The shantytown area.
Shanty town area.
Guys, we should find a farmer here and just pay him some gold. I'm sure, a little bit of gold would go a long way. Maybe he could officially hide us.
Alright, Orc. I don't usually settle for these types of things, but we're in pretty dire straits right now. Go slip around the front. Here, and I give him like 3 gold pieces. Give this to the farmer who lives here.
So
And
you're like going to like one of the proper farm buildings that has like stables, ranch, all that good business.
We're like in like alleyways now, right?
Yeah, I
Like-
mean like there's
yeah.
small dirt roads that kind of weave through here.
I don't know. Maybe we should find some shady individuals.
I'm just thinking like you're the least fucked up looking. Like everyone just got blasted with acid, and I've got 2 bodies over my shoulders.
Okay. So what kind of people are walking around right now? Like, are there people walking by? Are we pretty well hidden in an alley?
I'd say, considering the chaos and your use of the bottle there, you're able to escape from the scene of the hit and run,
That's what it was.
and
I've-
head to the region you see on the map now.
I've got a crazy idea. Krennic,
Yeah.
what if you uncork the bottle and walk back towards the bridge as a diversion, right?
Oh,
Because
yes.
the guards will follow the smoke, right?
Yeah.
And then
Perhaps.
cork it back and you can fly around and find us, yeah?
Yeah. Okay. Where are you going?
I have no idea.
Okay. I'll try to follow you, or I'll just try to find. Ah, no. Here we go. And then I dig into the bag and I pull out one of the sending stones,
Oh, okay.
and I hand you one.
Do
Alright.
we have both of the sendings?
Yeah, they're Frulums, remember?
I think I have one too.
There's
Wait,
only
and
2 of them.
Yeah,
Yeah,
we
there's
have
a lot
the pair.
Oh, okay, then.
Oh
then
wait,
has
Nine,
one.
you have the other one?
Yeah.
Yeah. I
Okay,
have
okay. You hold that. I'll take this one, and then when I'm ready, we can communicate. You tell me where you're going as soon as you know where you're going.
one. And they work. We test them in the darkness. Let me test this.
wait,
Test
No,
this
no, no,
one
no, no,
too.
no, no. This is,
Oh.
it only has
I
one,
think-
like 1 or 2 charges a day.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay,
It's
that's
very
right.
limited. Yeah.
Can you hear me?
Yeah. There it goes.
So listen. I believe we're gonna try to make our way probably north from where we're at, because I would like to get up to the next town.
Yeah.
Number
Clam
7.
shame.
Yeah.
Clam
Um,
sham.
And we may have to cut through the farmland area to do that, but first we're gonna try to find a hiding place, okay? Probably
Okay.
to the north of where we are.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. And I'm sorry to do this, but I have to use more of this ointment. And then I just dip in, like. Just,
Wait.
just-
Oh,
what?
I
What?
can hear you.
Oh.
Sure.
All right.
I-
Okay. Okay.
I put my
Put the
hand
cork back
him.
on.
You wipe it back into
My
the
hand.
jar, and there's pubes all over it.
And
Hey!
Burnt feathers, that's what it is.
I cast Cure Wounds on him.
All right.
Got a gross ass jar
roll
of
it.
ointment.
You
Can I
just roll that right
on
onto him? Yeah, try it out.
Dirt in it.
Oh, well,
Hey.
some.
Thank you. I feel I'm in the green. This is good. Okay, cool. Okay, so here's my plan. I'm gonna on the map with the red arrow. I'm basically gonna go like I don't know,
You can draw it.
100 feet or like a minute. Oh yeah, actually here. So I'm gonna go to about here, and then uncork it. I'm gonna fly to it.
Okay.
I'm gonna sneak around, maybe like uncork it for like 10 seconds, cork it back up, fly over to like over here, do the same thing. Basically, just keep causing this sort of like ruckus, and where people who see this are like, "Oh shit, there's smoke that way." So when the guards ask about it, that's my plan. I'm hoping that I can get a visual where the guards can sort of see the trail of smoke.
Okay.
We are a pestilence.
And then as soon as I get
Mhm.
all the way back to the bridge with the sort of trail of smoke, what I'm
Mhm.
gonna do is then fly kind of like off this way and just going around, like just fucking take the long way around.
Yeah. And
Out of sight range, and then
okay.
and we'll see if we can communicate to each other.
Okay. All right. So you break off with one of the sending stones and the bottle, and begin your mischief making.
I also reverse my robes. In case
Oh!
they see me, I look like a dragon cultist purple guy.
All right. What are the rest of you doing while Krennic
I-
begins to depart?
I also change my robes because I can change the color of my robes.
Yeah.
So I change those to something that is that kind of blends in with the farm hands that are kind of around. If there are farm hands around, I don't know.
The shitty
What
old
kind of
robes.
people are around here? I assume some kind of farm hands.
Yeah.
Oh
Um,
yeah.
And I
Yeah.
want to see if there's anybody with a cart.
Yeah.
Let me buy your cart.
I'm gonna walk up. Hey, wait, hey, I'm 9. I don't suppose you have any inspirational words before I go talk to people, do you?
Oh yes, I think that if you just keep it calm, it's a good start.
Okay.
I could not go with you because I look like a burned.
Yeah, no worries.
I will scare them. This is embarrassing for me.
Oh.
Do I feel any inspiration?
You look at you look, and I look over at Orkin. He doesn't look much better. I said, well, you look great, buddy. You will do fine.
Yeah.
Okay. And I want to walk out. Like I'm gonna walk out into the street, and I just want to find somebody who looks like they would potentially stop, and maybe somebody who they have a cart, and maybe a little bit down on their luck right now.
Okay. So on our big city map here, you do see a guy, a human-looking fella, kind of carting a wagon up this way with like a pack mule leading it.
Okay.
It's just like an open wagon, no covered thing or anything like that. Go ahead and approach the guy if you
Hey.
like.
Hey, guy. Hey. Hi.
I'm a man.
What can I do for you, dwarf?
Well, I was wondering, you look like you could maybe use a little extra coin. I was wondering if we couldn't borrow your cart temporarily. I mean, with you and your cart, not just your cart. And if you know of any places around here that a few weary travelers could rest for a little bit. We're looking just for a ride.
And the rest of you are kind of in close proximity? Other than
I'm
Krennic?
I'm off to the side while he's doing his business.
Okay. All right.
Like I'm scared.
He's looking at you a little. I wouldn't say nervously so much as suspiciously. And says, well, What is it you have in mind, friend?
Well, first of all, I'm just curious. If we were to borrow your cart for, with you for a couple hours of work, what would that be worth to you?
And you need a place to rest with the cart.
Yeah, yeah. If you know any places, maybe a barn, or, just a place to get out of the sun.
Go ahead and make a persuasion check.
Oh, please
If that's
persuade.
what you're working on here.
Yeah.
You notice he's not really like looking you in the eye. He looks a little. He's just
Also,
looking at his feet a lot. Yeah.
uh,
And you roll
actually,
a d6 on top of that as well.
yeah, that's what I was gonna do.
He says, look, I don't want any trouble, but you seem like you're in need. You can use my cart if you like. I work on the farm, down at the end of the road here, and he kind of points at like this group of buildings up here,
Okay.
which sits adjacent to this farm. He says, my boss he doesn't really get his hands dirty, if you know what I mean.
Yeah.
None of the stables or the small houses over here, again pointing to the houses at this circle, are really tended to by anyone other than myself and a couple other workers. If you're willing to pay, you can use my cart and shack up in the stables there for some time if you want. And he's kind of finally looks up from his shoes at Gra and the two gentlemen over his shoulders and says
And
I don't want to know what troubles you or if it's connected to all the ruckus I heard from over near the road there, where he's still kind of seeing like the dust clouds and all that. He says, but if you're willing to pay, I can help. And he kind of goes back to just like staring down at his feet and looking
and
around.
and how much? Of course, we're willing to pay. How much would that set us back?
Uh, one gold piece?
Tell you what, I will give you 10 gold pieces.
10 gold?
Yeah.
That seems fair. And he's
Yeah.
kind of like looking up at you now. Says, please, you could just have the wagon if you want. And he
No,
kind of like
no,
hands
no,
the
no.
reins on his donkey to you.
No, you're doing great. My only question, in the back of your cart here, do you happen to have a tarp of some kind?
Oh, yeah, and there's like a bunch of just like huge,
Okay.
sort of drop cloths almost.
I want to very quickly, with his help, perhaps get it out, set it up to where it covers the cart. I will mend rope or do whatever to make sure it stays in place.
Okay.
And then everybody, Gra, the guards, and 9 are getting in the back.
Okay, I was gonna
And-
say, so I mean, with it being like a pretty normal wagon, it's got like sides that are about like 2 to 3 feet high, but you
Okay.
could have about 4 people underneath of a low covered, wagon, if you will.
Okay.
Just slats, cloth going across it. About 4 people ish could fit on the back of that underneath of it all.
Okay.
And it's definitely a much slower journey with that much weight on there and a single donkey leading it, but it's totally doable.
Okay. So wait, that's 4 bodies. So Grimlaw, Gra,
And then the 2 guards. I
2
guess.
guards. Could 9, since 9's pretty small, fit in there?
Yeah, sure. It's tight and uncomfortable for sure, but for a short journey, you could pull it off.
Oik!
Since the
Okay.
bodies are very malleable in their current state.
I think one of
Okay.
these guards has gone bad, and I drop the dead guard onto the ground.
No, maybe not here. Keep it with you, and don't worry about me. And I'm gonna sit up in the front with the driver and just act normally.
Okay.
Alright. We all
Alright.
sit under the tarp.
And I have my hoods, my clothing has changed, my jacket and stuff.
Okay. You all get there. Meanwhile, Krennic, you're Johnny Appleseeding your way down the roads, leaving smoke in various forms. And with your cloak and your hood up,
Yeah.
and your flight abilities, you find it pretty easy to kind of do this little ruse of kind of causing confusion and leaving big tufts of smoke. You know, some people think there's fire, other people are murmuring about the chaos down the road and some sort of skirmish that's taken place. Something about a dead baby dragon found in the road, and like all kinds of this weird rumors are starting to circulate. But you get to the edge of the town over here, and it's at this point where you feel like, you know, your plan is working for the most part, as far as you can tell. What would you like to do?
Okay. This might be enough, actually. So, yeah, I'm gonna do the step 2 and just kind of fly into the mountain here,
Okay.
and then start making the wide arc.
Okay.
And then as soon as I kind of get up north of the town, kind of like around, let's see, this sort of area, maybe this here, I'm gonna pull out a sending stone and
Okay.
then say like, the plan worked. Tell me your location.
Okay. So as you touch the stone, you can feel the magical energy coursing through it. And what exactly do you say?
Just that. The plan worked. Tell me your location.
Okay. And whoever has the other stone, you hear the voice of Krennic come emanating out from inside your mind, but you can kind of feel the energy coursing through the sending stone as the magic delivers his message.
Is there static in it?
So you all hear this and can reply.
I think 9 has it, right?
Nine's like left the stone in his stuff. He's over there taking a leak, like 50 feet away.
You there?
Come in.
I mean, you said it was in his mind, so none of us can hear that, right?
Correct.
So
9, are you there? Do you...
9!
Oh no, they're in trouble. They must have got caught. I'll fly to the nearest jail.
You know, I think it's fair to assume that 9 would tell you where you are.
And hopefully it's something like we're in the building that looks like this, like the blue building, or I don't know, like just something that would guide me.
yeah,
I'm getting
he's like,
cocked.
Oh yeah.
Oh no. Hey.
The magic is failing. Almost as if you're on a different plane of existence altogether.
The sending stone's running on cocks.
Oh my god!
Oh no.
It went
These stones
so
are
bad.
garbage. Where did you get these?
Cheap dragon stones.
Man. Okay. You get the message.
Okay.
And are aware
So I'll rejoin
of their
them.
location. And you rejoin them. So basically, imagine a pretty large plot of farmland here with various stables, you know, workshops, rooms, you know, that are pretty much dedicated to just all kinds of pieces of raw lumber and cutting and axes and a sawmill. Not like a full-on sawmill, more like just like more like a personal work bench. Whoa, everyone's getting
Lost a dead.
God damn, could you guys just not live in Southern California anymore?
Hey.
No way.
And get good internet?
I live in SoCal.
sorry,
Hey.
I was getting cocked real hard. You turned robot for me for a second.
Wow.
Oh.
man.
I heard, and by the way, I want you to know that is changing.
They need
Oh,
to
it's
upgrade their
changing.
shoestrings.
Yeah, I thought
can't
you already
believe-
got new internets.
So not only that, I upgraded my internet just like 2 days ago, double the speed, and it's still shit.
Well,
Oh,
it's
no.
Cox, dude. It's Cox.
I'm switching to another business very shortly. So
Ah.
Oh my
it'll be
God.
way
Called
better.
Dicks.
Wow.
Do you have another option?
We just like. Sorry to interrupt, Fiddy. Yes,
Yeah,
we
yeah,
just got another option.
Well,
So, go ahead.
I'm kind of putting the ball in your court here, right? So I mean, you basically have access thanks to this guy who he's kind of left you with the wagon. He's left you in the stables. Says no one should be around for a little while. He said
Okay.
most of the other workers are out working the field for the rest of the day. It's kind of about midday now, and he says, "I'll." Thank you for the generous payment. I will leave you and your friends to rest here for now. Feel free to stay as long as you want, but if night draws near, I only ask that you kind of go to the upstairs, and there's kind of like almost like a loft up above the
Okay.
stables, and he kind of closes the
Wait.
doors.
Hey, friend, just
yes, yeah.
just real quick. I've got one more question for you. Do you know other ways to perhaps go northwest without perhaps following a road? Do you have like could you go through the farmland that's around here?
Oh, well, sure, yeah. I mean, if you don't want to go to the city, I mean, the most people don't veer too far away from the road, considering that the fields of the dead have such a terrible reputation. But
Oh, wait.
um,
I'm sorry. Did you say Fields of the Dead?
well, aye, that's kind of what they call them. I've never been one to go. Still looking at his feet. This guy.
Is it one of them ironic names?
I'm not really sure. Nans and grandfathers and such, they always kind of pass these tales down about areas like that. But you think that that big glowing ball they have in El Toro was probably put there for a reason, huh? But maybe, maybe they've all sort of cleared out since then. I don't know.
Well, I don't fear the dead, but if there's a way to perhaps avoid them, um, that could be useful. Let me talk to my friends, but we may look for you at some point. Okay?
Well, yeah, I mean, I wouldn't need to go with you or anything, but if you're
Oh
looking
no.
to avoid the main road, just don't go into the city and head north, I suppose.
Good advice. Thank you.
He kinda shuffles off, leaves the door slightly ajar.
Cut to Gra. He's already off the cart and he's got the guard 23 over his shoulder, and the other guy's already dead, and he's just dragging him by his leg, and his arms are kind of like out, and his helmet's come off on the ground.
Wait, they're both dead?
One's dead. The other one's
Oh.
fine.
Wait, is he dead?
That's how
One-
I'm playing it.
One
He's
appears
dying.
to be dead. Another one appears
Oh.
to be severely injured.
We didn't try to resuscitate him, and it took a little while to get here.
Oh,
So, first of all, we probably should have left that body, but, oh well.
Maybe he has something important on him. Wink, and Graz says wink when he winks.
That's one of the rules.
Well, we should probably bury him too, right?
Let's go take a look first. And then I continue walking towards the stables.
Okay, yeah, we get into the stables.
Yeah, I assumed you
We're
were
all
in there. You
Yeah.
the whole door closing was him on the other side. You were
Yeah.
on the
Okay.
inside. Idea.
All right, so I let go of the dead guy, and I prop the other guy up against the wall.
Yeah.
I try to wake him up.
While this is happening, can I roll hit dice to get all my life back?
Doing a short rest business.
I assume that we are doing it.
Oh, dude, I'm playing so
Yeah?
much
Rest.
music.
oh my God, yes.
That would be great.
Okay.
Get all my abilities back.
Song of Rest or whatever.
Yeah, what does it
Song
sound
of
like?
Rest. So, if you
Or my kazoo
guys
is.
go to your main tab on
Main.
your character sheet, at the very bottom is an HD.
Oh, yeah.
Uh-huh.
And now hold on just a second, because we have
see it.
Song of
Don't
Rest.
click it. Don't kill.
Clicking it.
So click it if you want to.
Can we drop it on our bodies?
Well, you should just click it. It will auto, since it's your own. It should auto do it. But then
You
you
double click it or you single click it?
Oh yeah.
Either or. But then
Oh.
And then Song of Rest.
yeah, and then you'll have to roll a d6 and
Does
Rocket
Casey
it.
roll it? We all.
manually.
Oh!
Oh.
Individual.
Oh, individual? Alright.
There we go.
I'm doing great.
So,
Okay, so-
I want
actually,
one more.
if you go to your
There you go.
combat tracker,
Okay.
you should be able to
Manually changes?
manually just take off the one that you rolled there.
You can click in the wound and just
Yeah.
manually type a number.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, okay.
Or you
and
can
that-
actually mouse wheel down, like I just control mouse wheeled.
Oh.
I know
the
that.
number down.
and that's the number of points that you're damaged,
Ah.
right?
Nice.
Yeah.
Sweet. Okay. I used two
Ah.
hit die.
I can't scroll or change mine.
You
I still
control
Uh,
scroll.
Control,
I'm-
control mouse wheel. Sorry.
I'm doing it. It's not working.
Would you roll for the d6?
5, and then I'm gonna roll another hit dice in a second.
Okay, go ahead and roll another hit dice. And then a d6 to go. with it.
Ooh.
Oh, yeah.
Mhm.
Okay, well, you only have 1 damage now.
Okay, that's fine.
Anybody else not fully adjusted?
If I had to do anything manually, I didn't do it.
What
yeah.
did you roll for your bonus d6? Oh, you're already fully healed, though.
Yeah.
Gremlin needs. Oh, you already did Gremlin.
9 needs it?
Yeah. Do anything manually.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah, an additional like 2 or 3. 3.
9, 2.
1 plus 2 is 3. And then additional 2, so 5.
Yeah. Well, the 3 was automatic. I
Okay.
I added the 2 in there. You still have 7 points damage. You can roll as many hit die as you want on the short rest. But they're like regenerative health potions. Oh, there you go.
Okay.
Max health.
That's the one I wanted.
Fully healed.
Does Gremlaw have hit dice?
He sure does. Yeah. I already rolled. I did 1 for him
Okay, cool.
with the
Cool,
bonus,
cool,
and he only has 3 points of damage on him. So.
Okay, cool.
I just got all my shit back, guys.
All right. So you're in this barn.
Can we long rest?
No,
well-
wait, we got. Well, yes.
And you've got one guy who definitely seems dead, another guy who's conscious but barely.
We probably should have long rested before. If we're gonna long rest, we shouldn't have used all of our hit dice.
Well, I mean, it's the same thing. I mean,
As long
You
as
gotta
you don't
ins-
use a ton of them, you get half of them back.
Okay.
Gotta interrogate this guy before he expires.
Well, I don't think he's wounded to the point of death, right?
No?
Krennic,
Oh, okay.
Krennic was doing non-lethal
Okay.
bludgeoning damage.
Bludgeoned
I mean,
him to life.
Yeah, exactly. He did not die. I would not let him. So let's. You know what? I use my med kit on him, so that way I'm not giving him healing, but I'm like keeping him at 1, basically.
Okay.
So he's not gonna bleed
Oh,
out. or anything.
torture, huh?
Okay.
Yeah.
And he's still manually tied up from work.
Okay. I marked it out.
And I'm gonna like mint his ropes together now.
Yeah.
Fuck it.
Okay. So are we in a quiet place?
Yeah, it's
Yeah, we're in
quite
the
enough.
stables.
All right. It's time to make some noise.
Oh shit.
Okay.
I'm gonna make music right now?
Yeah. Oh, should we do good cop, bad cop?
I'll be the good cop. I start off interrogating like, look, I don't know what these guys are gonna do to you, but you better tell me what we need to know. I can't hold them back for long.
Yeah. And I want to stand in the back looking menacing, like cracking my knuckles, but I'm gonna be like just outside of the light in the shadow, but like the glint of the light is coming off my eyes, so you just see that and like fists.
That one back there, he's the worst. His whole face is all melted off. And he just likes to fuck with people and break their fingers one at a time. Please, you gotta help me help you. I call him the finger.
monk snapping happening back there.
Alright, listen, what do I need to tell you to get out of here in one piece?
I can't guarantee that you're gonna get out of here in one piece. I have to tell you that up front. But you have a chance to get out. You gotta tell us, but how is your boss? How is he gonna get into town? How is he gonna get through the wall without being undetected?
Roll an intimidation check with advantage.
Maybe I should not be the good cop. Oh shit, my map's.
How are you not intimidating?
I'm very intimidating, actually.
Okay.
I flex my muscles. Oh, I'm very intimidating. The guy notices a tear coming out of my eye. I'm just like, I wanna help you. I can't hold him back.
No one needs to die here today.
And I look over to the dead guard. I'm like, you wanna end up like that? I bet you got someone who cares about you.
Yeah, he wouldn't talk. That's what we do to people who don't talk.
Listen, I'll tell you whatever you want to know, please. Some of the more senior cult members, you'd be amazed at their connections in many of the cities along the coast. Some of the more well-to-do members of society here in Baldur's Gate and even in Waterdeep, where our next destination lies, are connected with the cult. Plan was, and likely still is, though possibly altered considering recent events. But the plan is to head north on the road after gathering near the northern gates in the city. Many of the other groups are smuggling in various bits of the horde and offloading them in the city to be transplanted into new caravans. They'll be blending in with one of the massive caravans leading north in the next 4 to 5 days.
How do we spot this caravan? Is there a secret symbol? How is everyone meeting up?
Rest assured, if a wagon is fully covered, it's probably bearing some of our goods. Now, I don't know what Resmir has planned beyond that, but allegedly they have a place somewhere past Waterdeep, past the Sword Mountains, near the Mere of Dead Men on the coast, somewhere before the old place of Leylan. And it's there that we are to reconvene once again. Resmir and some of his more closer gods, again, traveling in advance of this caravan. That's all I know for now. I tell you this true.
Perhaps
We were to be rebriefed again before we got on the road heading north of Baldur's Gate.
when are you guys leaving?
He's looking at the others like, didn't I just tell him?
Immediately?
He said 4 to 5
he-
days.
About
Oh,
5
5
days
days.
from
Four.
now, when the caravan
4 to
Right.
leaves.
5
Panta Graw's fingers, he's like, 1, 2, 3.
Please.
Your boss, he was toting a black saber with a
User
gem in it.
disconnected from your channel.
What do you know about it?
Just so you know, Casey said he was feeling pretty bad.
Okay.
Like he wasn't feeling well, and just to let you know, he didn't want to make a thing out of it or interrupt. So
Oh.
Yeah, no worries.
Okay. Well,
sorry, what was your question, girl?
I just asked about the sword that Resmir was holding with the gem in it.
yeah. What is that all about?
What is that?
Resmir carries with him a very strange and powerful blade. Some of the others say he speaks to it at times.
Does it speak back?
I'm not one to pry, and I don't really know.
Sure. That's probably pretty wise.
Daddy.
Yeah.
Uh,
My friend back there is getting uncomfortably nervous. He doesn't like it. He doesn't like you. I can't hold it back for much longer.
how do we? What's the signal that you use to greet each other?
Oh shit, that's a good one too.
He says, well, and he kind of does like the elite or whatever fucking dragon
Yeah.
hand signal. He says, all hail the new age of dragons.
Whoa! Don't say that too loud. He hates it when people say that. Don't say that. No.
Ruffled. Oh, my feathers are ruffled.
You killed his parents. He's just minding his own bit. You killed his parents. You killed his favorite dog. He really hates people who do that. Okay. Do we need anything else from this guy? We got a destination, right?
We got 4 to 5 days. They're meeting at which gate?
Yeah, what gate are you guys?
The North Gate.
The North Gate.
North Gate. 4 to 5 days. They're going to Leyland. Okay.
Now here's the tough part.
Yeah.
How are we gonna trust you to go and not say anything about this?
I mean, tell me, friend, how does someone, like yourself, join a cult like this and get to such a significant rank that you seem to have? You must have done some very wonderful deeds for your cult. Is that right?
That guy over there, you ran over his dog.
And like Auric like steps out just a little bit, and like light from coming through like the wooden beams, and it's
Ran
just
over
like
his fucking dog.
his eye like is basically missing. Like I've gone Thor at this point.
Oh yeah, he's missing an eye. Your boss splashed him in the face with acid.
And half of his beard, like a little bit of his beard, is singed off, and
Oh yeah, that's a no-no.
He can grow that back. Don't worry about that.
Your boss splashed you in acid, too.
So tell me, friend, how many innocent lives did you kill? How much gold did you steal from poor, worthless farmers? I had nothing. And how much did you take?
He looking quite defeated, kind of just eventually makes eye contact with you. Looks up and
Single eye contact.
says, many. On both questions. Many.
Are you gonna go back to your life of crime?
Auric just considers him, just looks at him.
He sits there, kind of looking a bit defeated, and he says, I've answered your questions. I can understand your position, as I've been in your position. Do what you will.
Alright, Gross stands up and he's like, alright, you done pretty good. And he picks him up by his shoulders, he stands him up. I put an arm around him and I walk over to Krennic and Auric. I walk past Krennic and Auric and I stop short. He's done pretty good, right?
It's not often that we find someone who is actually honest with us. I believe you are being pretty frank. However, we run into a bit of a problem, and the problem is I don't know that I can trust you to not hurt more innocent people.
Ross starts to squeeze his bicep around his neck a little bit, a little tight.
Would I guess my question is, you can live here alive, but you will not be whole.
Oh God, what are you doing?
I mean, it would be really hard to wield a sword if you were missing a few fingers.
That guy's called the finger over there for just this reason.
He, even though he's gasping for breath in the grip of Graw's bicep, he just holds his hands out.
Oh God.
It might be worth noting, Auric, that his superior just tried to murder him as well. And he might not be able to go back because of his incompetency. And maybe he's got some personal things to work out. Just putting it out there. I mean, oh my fuck him up.
How I got where I got within the cult is not really an excuse for the things that I've done. Again, I understand your position, and if you feel certain actions would leave you more comfortable, but allow me to walk away breathing, then I accept whatever you think fair. And he kind of just stares into your eyes, Auric.
Oh God.
Still choking in Graw's bicep.
Are you going back to the cult?
I'm afraid that's not going to be possible now.
I'm gonna insight. I want to see if he's lying.
Yeah, I'm gonna incite that too.
Oh, okay.
I want to know how serious he is. Yeah, and I'm invisible rolling this.
Let's see. Oh, you're not gonna know if you really believe him or not.
You both believe he's telling the truth.
And where are you gonna go?
It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter, Orc. Just let him go. We're above this.
He says the cult's heading north. I'm heading south. Maybe to through the mountains.
Graw, knock him out.
Grod, squeeze it just a little tighter. That air. Yeah.
He just slumps in his chin, just folds over on your arm, passed out.
I
from the
wish
lack
that
of oxygen.
they were more honest like this.
Yeah.
I really appreciate the honesty.
I kind of feel bad for him a little bit.
What a good
Like he
guy.
was caught up with the
That
wrong
guy.
crowd.
He was. All right, I start to pat both of the people down.
I want to take off all of their are they wearing? I assume they're wearing armor, right? They've got that crazy.
Yeah.
adorned
It's all
helmet.
acid splash though, right? Like it's all fucked up.
Maybe not.
Turning inside out.
I'm taking all of the armor off of him, and I want to put it in the bag of holding.
And the
Yeah, I
dead
mean,
one.
Scrap metal can be used,
Yeah.
perhaps for some good.
Well, they both had splint mail on.
Okay.
Kind of done up in that style. They had those the garb and those sort of more minor face masks, kind of identifying them within a certain rank within the cult. This guy had, I believe, a long sword.
Yep, I already have that.
The other one, I'm assuming he just left.
Yeah.
His weapons weren't in his hands or anything.
What was his number?
23 and 1.
23
okay.
one, yeah. So I would say there's a longsword and two suits of splint mail armor.
Okay.
Is there anything else on
mark
him?
No, and nothing magical about them, just well made.
Nice. One of them
He
had
doesn't-
the number 1 printed on their back, and the other one had 23 printed on the back.
Does he have coin?
No. He does not.
Oh, true cultist.
Neither do.
What are we gonna do about this one here? And I kind of like kick him a little bit. His butt is up in the air. He's naked.
The one that's dead?
No, the one that's alive.
Oh,
Oh, leave him.
Just let him wake up in the horse stable.
Yep.
All right. And what about the other one?
We
Maybe
should
leave him in a
probably-
funny position, you know,
that
with his
one-
friend draped over him.
I mean, there are tools around here. To be honest, we should bury him. I would hate for these farmhands to get into some kind
Yeah.
of trouble on our behalf.
Yeah, exactly. That's true. They did nothing. They weren't part of this.
Let's put him up in the farmhand's bed upstairs.
No, that's the opposite
I'm just kidding.
of.
Um,
Graw, you.
It's a
You're killing
funny
me.
joke. It's
Yeah,
a
no.
funny joke.
You're getting good at these jokes.
is there an area? I mean, like directly. Where's a good place to bury a guy
There's,
like
I
this?
mean, there's
Under a
farmland
tree.
everywhere.
Yeah.
That's
I
it.
mean, without people being like, "Oh, look, they're
It
digging
is-
a grave."
It is midday.
Is
Let's
there-
let's bury him in the stable.
Yeah,
Let's-
bury him in the stable. We'll just start digging it. He let us
Dig it
stay here for as long
underneath
as.
underneath some hay.
Under
yeah.
under the
We'll move hay out of the way, dig it deep, like I'm like pretty deep.
let's put it like in one of the horse stables, like where the horse stands on. Like it just basically just shits in there all day. They're never gonna dig it up.
Yep.
You
That
become
sounds
one
good.
with the earth.
Yeah, and do any of you guys have like? Is it worth leaving a note in case they do find it?
Oh man, can Gra
No.
try? All right, I'll take care of
It's
this.
a bad idea.
I'll do
All
it.
right, all right, all right.
It's a bad idea.
What?
You don't want to link it to anybody.
Dear
I
guys.
know, but I'm just concerned.
We're gonna
that-
remove the clothing. We're gonna remove the armor is already done. No identification. It'll be a skeleton by the time someone sees it. They won't know what it was from. We're fine.
All right, all right.
Alright.
Are we?
I start
so-
digging.
Yeah.
I just grab a nearest shovel and start digging.
I quietly, just like shamefully, start doing it too, without words.
So I guess the question is, are we sleeping here or are we moving on?
I'm all rested up, but if you guys need a long rest, like maybe we could take this dude's cart. We basically
Well,
bought it.
I mean, I'm not. Well, I don't want to take his cart.
We could go camp out in the fields and shit, like
the
away
fields
from
of the
everyone.
dead? No,
Well,
thank
listen,
you.
I mean, the fields are where they're working right now. It would make no sense to try to hide out there while everyone's out here. And yeah, Fields of the Dead doesn't sound good.
Ugh.
What about this mountain
Fields
in the
of
middle?
Dead are a little ways north of the city.
It's just right on the other side of the fence. There's a field
Yeah.
right there.
There it is. There they are.
Shit.
Friendly reminder.
I
You're-
think,
you have some familiarity with the geography here.
Yeah, here's some problem though. We are identified. There's no sneaking through town without being seen by the guards, by the cultists.
Grinning.
Everyone knows our
Grinning.
face.
Look, nobody saw who I was, and I start ripping off the tattered, shitty, like zoot suit I had, and I ruffle my hair up so it goes from blonde back to like regular, like dark hair. But nobody knew who I was.
The same massive Goliath
Yeah,
silhouette still
Goliath,
stands
so-
in front of you.
I'm
Surprise!
skeptical.
Look,
Oh no.
Even
it's
if
me the whole time. It was Gra.
Even if I put on a mask, which I should, people could see my silhouette easily. I feel like we should go through the fields.
Yeah, I mean, we should absolutely go through the fields. I don't know if we'll be able to get into the city unless we maybe cross to the north gate and try to. I mean, do we need to be in the city?
No,
Because
I see. I think we could go through the fields, get to the north gate, then find a caravan that's not of the cultists, but like one of the people they're traveling with. That way we can maintain some distance yet still go with them.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. But I no. Yeah, we have to get to the north gate to do that. Yeah.
Right. Yeah, but maybe
So-
from the outside. Is that possible?
Yeah, we don't have to go in
Well,
town.
Well-
Well, here. Oh, we pull out the brochure.
Yeah, there we go. Can we get all the way
And-
to? Yeah, like we're We're at Clamsham,
Yeah. But
and then we
north.
just go cut straight through the fields, outside the wall. We stay outside the entire time until we get to right outside the north gate. See,
Okay.
and then I'm poking top left corner of that map where it's like there's some town outside the gates.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Yeah. We can. I say we try it. I don't think we're gonna get into the city, and I don't think we need to be in the city.
No, not
Unless,
that I know.
okay, but wait. To be fair, we just used a bunch of health potions. Um, I don't know if we need to resupply, restock before we go.
We
Do
have
we need to get more information?
4 to 5 days until they leave.
So I say
Yeah.
if we enter, we should enter from the north gate. Perhaps that will be
Ah.
less suspicious.
Yeah.
Maybe?
That way we won't be coming up behind
Yeah.
any of the cultists that are coming in through town.
Yeah. The problem though, and again, Oric looks up at Gra and is like, "Well, I'm not exactly sure what to do about this fellow's very strong silhouette, but perhaps we can work on that at
Or,
some point."
or you may not have known this about me, but I am a performer of sorts, and if I perform in towns such as these, we get free meals, free room and board. People
Actually-
respect me.
Huh, that's interesting. You don't even.
I'm somewhat of a celebrity.
Well, the last time we tried to not hide you and all of your glorious tattoos, I believe we really fucked things up pretty significantly. But there is an interesting point of not hiding you, though. I don't know how we would hide you anyways. You're very big.
Embrace it. I'm somewhat of a spectacle.
If we marked you off as, we're a traveling troupe, or I don't know. I'm really good with a drum, let me tell you. I back
Me too.
in
Percussion.
Warvish. Yeah, I've got that down pat.
I've almost learned how to whistle. Check this out.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
And
Ah.
I can play the spoons. Oh, let me tell
Nice.
you. Yeah.
I know how to wrestle pretty good.
Okay, so are we staying here right now, or are we traveling north right now? Right now there are a bunch of guards out, I'm not gonna lie, even though they're probably tracking south. If
Under
we
the
can...
cover of night, if we
Okay.
travel from the the east gate to the north gate, outside the wall, I think would be safe.
So we should leave now in order to get into position for nightfall, or should we wait till nightfall before
Wait
we
for
even
nightfall.
leave
Wait for
here?
nightfall.
Fiddy, what? I don't actually know the distance, but do you think we could travel that distance in 8 hours?
Are you drawing distance?
Oh, sorry. From
where-
here
from here to
to
where?
here. I'm in the Baldur's Gate brochure map.
Oh shit.
I think we're behind sunrise. So here, I'll draw another arrow.
Oh.
Here, from there to there, like right where the arrow starts is kind of where we are.
I don't know why I'm not seeing it. Hold on a second.
I'm in
It's
the one that has like
Baldur's
the
Gate
circles on the
players.
tops and the bottoms.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, sorry.
Oh, I don't have that one up. Oh, that.
Well, you are here right now.
Oh, we're there. Okay, so how long would it take if we just walked, not on the road, but actually
Like around the
out?
farmlands. and the
Yeah, through
outskirts.
farmlands, outskirts.
Only like a mile and
from
a half,
here
right?
to the north wall, north gate.
I mean, if you and your plan is to leave at like night.
Well, we're not gonna leave at night if it's gonna take like an entire day.
I would think it would probably take you about half a day on foot.
Half a day. Okay, so if we left at night, we would get there at sunrise.
Or if we left at sundown, we could get there.
At sunrise.
Listen,
Right.
Yeah,
said-
sorry. That's
so-
yes.
worst case scenario, we have 4 days.
Yeah.
To get there, get supplied, find a caravan, do all of that. I don't know if it's worth risking ourselves right now. Like, the guard could very well be on high alert. Actually, they'll continue to be on high alert, let's be honest, for the next 4 days.
Yeah. But they won't
Uh,
be. They'll be looking in the east gate. We will
Yes.
have come in through the north gate.
All
They won't
of
be looking there.
you make an insight check.
Man.
I'm so good at this. I am not that good at this. Ooh, yeah. I rolled it naked. I couldn't bear to not know.
I
I have a plan.
Krennic, in your smoke screen solo mission, you notice that more and more of these guards bearing that flaming fist icon, these ones in full uniform, were kind of prowling about in several small groups, like different patrols. And from what you've heard, I think from what you heard even back at that bar near the bridge or that tavern, they patrol and kind of have domain over much of the lower city of Baldur's Gate, which is kind of like all of
Yeah.
like all of this.
Un-
And they
the
seldom
dark area.
Yeah, exactly. And they seldom go out of the gates and patrol, the outskirts, like,
Right.
between the
we
walls
are.
and the bridge. Yeah. But
And they're
they are
here
patrolling
because
that
of the
way now.
caravan.
Yeah, yeah. And
Yeah.
and
Oh, they're dirty.
and you
They're
put
hired
two and two enough
mercenaries.
together from
Yeah.
your encounter that at least some of them are very much under the payroll of the cultists.
Yeah.
Maybe not all of them. And what little history you do know about Baldur's Gate is that this Flaming Fist was originally, a long, long time ago, a mercenary group that is now considered, in no small part, sort of folded into the army of Baldur's Gate and the guards. But they are still, at their core, a mercenary group.
Yeah.
Now,
Like the white
the
cloaks.
upper city is actually where the Watch controls the law, and they're an even more elite, more official group of guards or police force, if you will.
Unbuyable, you might say.
Ooh.
Yep. Yep.
Okay. Okay, this is a good plan. Yes. Outside the wall, we'll come in through the north gate. We could even come in, have the cover of the guards. We use the 3 days for Gra to build up a reputation, maybe even gain us some favor with the townsfolk.
Uh-huh.
We could supply up, pick a place to hide, be relatively safe with the guards there because they're not bought. They are royal. I trust them. Lawful, you might say. But to get to them, we would have to travel under the cover of night outside the wall.
Okay, so
I'm down.
I suppose we should rest up now. Or should we leave now?
I mean, if your plan is to wait until nightfall, I mean, you could basically do a long rest during the day.
Let's do this. Long rest
Bruh.
here.
Is gonna watch the guard that we knocked out while these two rest.
Oh shit.
And
Can we just move him to a different? He doesn't even know what building he's in. We could
No.
just move him, and then we could just
I'll
come
watch
back
him.
here.
I'm fully recharged. I'm good to go.
you know,
I mean, or could use a long rest, right?
oh boy, do I need
So
a long
good.
rest.
So could 9 maybe.
I wouldn't be proud of it, but I could take care of this problem for you.
I
I mean-
honestly think it is as slim of a chance it could be. I think he could be an ally someday. I
Well,
feel like,
I'm gonna-
I got it. I'm gonna take out a piece of paper and start writing a letter.
Tuck it in his butt cheeks.
Yes. And so when he wakes up, he's gonna read this thing, and the letter's gonna. Okay, here, I'll write it to Fiddy.
And while he does that, Oric pulls out one gold piece and hands it to Krennic and says, you know, maybe a little bit of good would sway even the most evil of hearts, and maybe this will help him on his travels.
Tuck it in his butt cheeks too.
Okay.
Yeah, guy.
And while the chaos sort of drifts away, Gra, you remember that Anthar is the one thing you kept trying to remember, but he told you that a person named Akin Celeban
Oh, Mr.
is a
Cinnabon.
friend of the Order who lives in the upper city and has a bit of a monopoly on provisions for the outgoing caravans.
Can you spell that for us? Because I'm spelling it a keen Cinnabon, and that's how I'm gonna forever remember it if I don't have a legit spelling.
Oh, thank you,
Grimlock.
Thank you,
remembers.
Grimlaw. It's like, you idiots.
Okay.
His name is Robert Paulson. Go.
Speaking of Grimlaw, Auric is gonna go up to Grimlaw. I don't know what Grimlaw's doing, but
He's just.
sitting there. Auric just Aw. Auric just sits down next to him and just doesn't say anything.
He's got his longsword, very sword in the stonish, but just driven into the ground, pretty deep into the blade, just sticking up in front of him, and he's kind of like resting on it.
Some dragon knight can't even keep his friends safe.
Grimlaw. That's not on you. We should have paid better attention to feeding him. I believe he was so hungry that when he saw those horses, I don't even think Graw could have stopped him.
Sorry, it's.
Graw's busy doing push-ups. He looks real good. Continued.
Grimlock. Grimlock, never forget groin.
You know, a way that sometimes we honor those who have died is through a tattoo, perhaps, to mark him on your body so that you don't forget who Groin was.
Graw stops doing push-ups and he stands up and there's sweat dripping off of him, and like his tattoos are particularly shiny, and Grimlaw sees the story of their progression so far as Graw turns around and wipes the sweat off of his back. All their losses and their wins, little moments they've had together.
Little Grimlaw stares up at you, lip quivering a little bit.
Like he catches sight of Nine's really shitty tattoo of groin running down his leg, caressing his ball sack. Oi, little one, this is when we first met, right here. And then Graw points down to like his nut sack, like Grimlaw's. It's Graw's head. Groin's head.
He's kind of nodding.
This is how I remember.
Don't worry. We'll find another mount for you,
Grimlock,
Dragon Knight.
new friend.
He just kind of hangs his head and goes into a corner, leaving his blade behind in the ground. He just kind of curls up on a haystack for a little bit, resting.
Aw.
Auric
Alright,
pulls the sword out and cleans it up. Just, oils it, applies, make sure it's sharp, pulls out a whetstone and just sharpens it for him.
You notice, even though he's napping, he occasionally like squints open like an eye, and he's like watching you a little bit.
Is this Guard 23's sword?
Yeah. Well, no. Grimlaw had his own longsword that you guys.
Oh, he had his own long. Oh shit. That's
You
Yeah.
got for him back in Eltsor.
Yeah.
Ocelot.
Or yeah, I had scrap metal. I made him something.
I still got 50 gold of scrap metal in the bag of holding. Do you want it?
Well, if we're taking a long rest, I sure as hell do. Who needs some?
Let's do it.
So how are we gonna do this?
This guy can sleep for 8 hours. It's fine.
Well, I'm gonna. All right, Graw's gonna pick up the dude, and he's gonna nestle he's gonna take the note you wrote, tuck it in his butt cheeks with the gold coin. He's gonna walk 4 horse stables over, and he's gonna.
So it looks similar on the inside.
Yep, and he's
There
gonna
you go.
gonna prop him up against the wall, and be like, "He's right over there. Just be real quiet. He'll never know we're here." The old
didn't-
switcheroo.
Gra, you didn't. No.
I
Okay.
left him safely right under the horse. He'll be fine.
All right.
Okay.
Sounds good.
All
I
right.
honestly hope that like if we ever return to Greenest, like we'll actually find him. That'd be awesome.
Yeah. So, are there any items that we're missing that we lost?
Like
things
lots
that
of
need to be
potions.
crafted.
I've got 50 gold to my name. We could definitely buy a health potion.
I've got more gold than you now.
Yeah.
I'm gonna make a metal eye patch.
Oh damn.
Oh, you're not gonna heal that thing?
Nope.
You're just gonna go with the eye
Well,
patch?
I mean, I don't know. You tell me, Fiddy. Does it? Auric like puts his hand up around his eye.
Oh, you look terrible.
Like it's. I imagine it's just swollen shut
Yours-
at this point.
It's swollen, and it's kind of like almost like when like you've been punched and like it's kind of you can just see out of it.
All red.
Nine and Krennic, I would say, have permanent scar damage.
Oh shit.
Are
Are you missing feathers?
Yeah,
Yeah,
well,
probably.
feathers and fur don't tend to grow back when the flesh has been scarred
What does
by acid.
What does the feather damage look like on Krennic?
Yeah, I don't know. Where do
Yeah,
where'd you
I'm
get
looking
hit,
up-
Krennic?
Yeah, all across my face and chest and shoulders.
Like your beak is all
so,
droopy now?
Ulrich, you
I don't
have
know.
more like just burned flesh around here, and like where your beard kind of came up from your mustache around the cheek is similarly the scarred flesh tissue. So
Damn.
your beard will probably never be perfect again, save for some very powerful healing magic.
Just do the old Trump comb over for your beard.
You're right. That's what I should totally do.
Oh, maybe it's
Good thing I know a cleric that may be able to help
Yeah.
in the future.
Trump the gnome. I've never heard of.
Trump the gnome beard.
it's all shiny and shit.
I'm trying to imagine what a featherless like bird looks like. Like it's probably not pretty.
Nah. Oh wait. No, that's fucking hideous. Yeah, there we go. Okay, it's not exactly, but here.
Got fucked up.
I am not winning any charisma rolls lately.
That sucks for 9 too, cause that's like his main thing is charisma. I mean, yeah, I mean maybe. Yeah, I'll have to like try some healing stuff later on, like maybe some higher level healing consistently over time. Like maybe that would work.
Yeah,
like
maybe.
every night do like a 5th level's healing spell on
Mm.
poor guy.
One feather grows back every night.
Ugh. Burned feathers do
Could be
not look
worth it.
good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Well,
Okay, so-
you feel relatively safe.
You can change your spells out.
in here.
Oh, good call.
You can take a long rest. Do what you like until nightfall.
Yep.
Alright, Grod's gonna sleep with one eye open.
Yeah. I'll take some watches. Also, like when I'm standing guard, I'm gonna be against the door, but kind of like peeking out, like if there's any gaps in the wood, like have an eye out where if our friend wakes up kind of early and I see him stumble off, I just want to know that, you know,
You made it out safely.
he left.
And just so we're clear, Gra stashed his unconscious body in one of the adjacent buildings. Okay.
Yeah, a couple stables down. Yeah,
Yeah.
4 stables down.
Okay.
That way, it's like when he wakes up and it kind of looks the same. He'll just like leave because he thinks we're gone.
Okay. All right. The night winds on, or approaches, I should say. And after about 5 hours, Krennic, you see him stumble out of one of the stables. He's kind of like looking at his fingers, still intact, I believe.
Oh shit.
Mhm. Yep.
In disbelief, and is pulling the note and the coin out.
Oh shit.
Got a little poop on it.
He's kind of like looking around a little bit cautiously, and
I
ducks.
hope he could read.
Ducks.
He's
ducks
got to
up
take it to a
against-
priest.
Ducks up against one of the trees near the outside of the stables there, and he's kind of like holding it up to the approaching moonlight as it's a bit dark right now, and is reading through it.
Wow. Woodhill.
We did
I
it. We
just-
changed a life today.
Guys, we did it. He's not convinced.
Hopefully he doesn't go murder the guy you called out from Greenest.
Shit.
He looks around again, looks back at the stables, doesn't see anything that you can tell. Kind of like does a little 1-2 and tucks
Does he
the
head
note-
south?
Tucks the note in his pocket and heads to the road south towards the beach.
I think you did it.
We changed a life.
We changed it.
Bro,
have
was
the-
good cop. It was amazing.
The best tasting breakfast he'll ever eat.
All right. Maybe there's hope then.
Is anything else going on during your stay in Chateau des Farm here?
What kind of fields do they have outside? Can I peek my little head out at nighttime?
It's a variety of wheat, lettuce, just some basic vegetables.
Is there anyone guarding said vegetables at night?
No.
Grod.
Guards.
There's dogs and other animals near, like, the dwellings on the farm. The
Grod
villages
does
that appear to be dwellings.
his own theme song. It's like patata, 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 patata. And he like tiptoes outside. He sees the lettuce, sees the carrots, and he's patata, patata, and he like picks up the carrots and the lettuce, and he tiptoes back inside.
Okay. Back into the stables where you guys are staying?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. Alright.
Oh, I got lettuce and carrots.
Yeah.
What? Okay, cool.
Sure. I mean, they're soil covered, but yeah.
Oh, that's cool. I'm used to it.
Okay.
And it said I got 2 lettuces and 3 carrots.
Yeah, sure. Krennic and Oric. Anything else going on?
I mean,
Or
I
you,
think we're pretty well equipped. I was gonna say, I'll spend some time like meditating and sharpening weapons if they need to be sharpened.
Yeah. Me too. Meditate. And then just get ready for the darkness. And then once we're good, I think I'll probably take the lead to
Okay.
scout by flying ahead and circling back. But
Dude,
yeah.
we killed a crocodile. We have crocodile meat.
Oh,
Remember
that's
that?
right. It's in my bag of holding.
I've got crocodile meat on me too.
Oh, that's. We
If
could
only-
cook this
If
up.
only you had fed it to Groin.
Yeah, I was literally about to say, if only. we
Look,
had
maybe
fed
he
our-
wouldn't be dead. Who knows? We can't blame ourselves.
Poor groin. Well, I do feel bad.
I don't.
So
You
maybe
bit my
we
dick
can
off.
just so we don't have a repeat incident. Maybe we can make sure that Grimlaw is fed.
Yeah.
Know if we need.
All right, let's look.
We have to double. Is that something we have to like double check on? Like, I understand.
Well, he'll
Groin.
tell us if he can talk.
Can he?
I mean, he
Grim-
eats when we eat.
Grimlaw, I assume, eats when you eat.
All right.
Okay.
Groin,
He was hungry. was a hungry
you were
dragon.
all hungry. And Oric definitely had some good ideas about going to maybe get some raw meat on a farm nearby, but when you stopped and there were a handful of horses
We went
Right.
fucking ape shit.
there, and blood was spilled, then appetites got hungrier and hungrier. Anyway, okay. Well,
Yeah. So, yeah, let's go. Let's just
Execute
Sneak
plan
up.
A.
plan A.
okay. And Grimla and Nine are on board. So plan A. It's nighttime. You're under the scouting abilities of your night owl here. Heading past all of the things. It's many hours on foot. Not the easiest pathway. But after about 6 hours, you come upon the outskirts of the other sort of do this guy. The other little town. Actually, let me look at the other map.
Little Callum's band.
Oh
Callum
no.
Shane.
You're well past that.
Oh, cool. We're all the way in the north.
Talking about a good 6-ish hours later, assuming
Okay.
that you stuck to your plan and we're just traveling outside the city.
Plan A.
And you come upon where the northern wall of the city meets another small outskirts little village, and the Coastway Road kind of winds northwest. Actually, sorry, more just straight north. This map's a little tilted. Past Baldur's Gate. And it's looking to be about sunrise.
Nice.
Some of the morning light of Lathandir slowly rises behind you.
What's it look like? Is it like a busy kind of London-y kind of like lots of buildings with people selling shit?
I mean, at this hour, it's you hear people, you hear activity, but you get the sense that things are really gonna heat up as it gets closer into mid-morning. Most of these buildings are much nicer, probably considering their proximity to Upper City. And beyond the gated walls, you can kind of see this red and blue tower that looms up above, and several other very large buildings. Obviously, a more well-to-do district in the main map here. And yeah, the road itself is fairly quiet. There are some wagons, some lone travelers here and there on the road up ahead, and the various paths that sort of crisscross through this smaller outskirts city. But nothing of note really catches your eye at the moment.
All right. So the plan is to get popular, right, in town, so we don't have to pay for shit. We can like eat and sleep for free, and right.
Well, I mean, I'm kind of mixed. I don't know if we want to draw like all the attention to ourselves. That doesn't ever seem to go well. But we do need to find a kin Celebon, right?
Yeah, it's pronounced Cinnabon.
I don't know what that is, but it sounds delicious.
Cinnabon.
All right. So let's. Do you want to find like a bar or something? Like maybe we could like, offer them some of our delicious meals that we always cook up and like mingle, like maybe arm wrestle, get some information out of people.
Well, what
Yeah.
else do we need to know?
We need to find that Cinnabon. We need to know where that person is.
Do we remember any information
Just that the order likes him.
as to the location of a kin Celebon?
You can imagine that someone who hold that thought. This is just
Panda Grot, he's just like,
for Grot.
me?
Yeah.
All right.
You do, Grot?
I could do it.
Yeah.
I can break the company. Oh my god. Grot wants to perform.
Sorry.
Yeah, he gets into the town.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Sun's coming up. The light of dawn just glimpses his face
He's
in
silhouetting.
the town square.
Yep. And the Game of Thrones theme song starts playing.
Yeah,
So,
so-
Akin Celebom, it's fair to assume that an outfitter who specializes and has some sort of monopoly on provisioning caravans that leave the northern gates would probably be on either side of the gates in the north part of the town here. So
Oh.
you
You just head for the gate and see what we see.
could probably ask around.
And we were told about this guy from the Order of the Gauntlet, right?
He's
And
he's
from the
apparently yeah.
Harpers when we met.
Anthar called him a friend of the order.
Okay, cool. Just wanted to make sure we weren't like, hey,
Hey, guy.
Baldur sent us.
Yep.
Yeah.
How's it going?
Get him! Alright, so do you want to head to the gate?
Yeah. Let's
There's
do it,
probably
'cause
gonna
we
be,
can get
uh,
in from there, and then
There's
do our
probably going to
shopping.
be a bunch of people loading shit onto carts, too. So, like, because, like, that's where they transfer things onto carts to leave.
yeah.
Like, maybe we can identify, like, the covered wagons and start to
Yeah.
eyeball.
Well, I don't think there'll be any covered wagons up here because remember that you can't bring a wagon through the city.
You can't, but they need to.
They
You
need to
can
reload
leave
them.
the city, yeah, with the wagons.
It's like there's like got to be a customs up here.
Yeah.
Where
Yeah, so
things
they
are being
You could
loaded.
imagine, basically that, actually, as you get near the
Speak of the
gates,
devil.
there are lots and lots and lots of wagons, kind of in this area.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Almost like a parking lot, if you will.
Yeah.
Like it's sort of like a bunch of boats lined up in a marina. Similar idea, but on land. But none of them are out to sea yet or off on this expedition. And all of them, you kind of see in the distance, sort of off. I mean, there's still enough of a pathway on the main road for people on foot to travel in and out. But lots of people are kind of coming to and fro out of the gates with these big poled packages, and they're, basically all of these union workers who are loading and unloading wagons depending on whether or not they've arrived or if they're prepping them for departure. And it's almost like all the way past this area over here, near the road there that winds around, there's just lines and lines of them. Many of them still empty. Some of them covered wagons, some of them open. And yeah,
Okay. All right.
that's all I got.
Yeah.
So what do we? So do we want to go towards the going towards the gate might bring unwelcome attention versus like getting information outside and then going in, but we will get the information quicker if we go to the front gate.
Uh,
Yeah.
yeah. Let's just see if we can. Well, let's just see if we can get in.
And we're also probably way ahead of the people we just fucked up because they have to go through
Yeah, exactly.
the city. Yeah.
Yeah.
So they don't know about us yet, probably.
Also, we could. What we could do is try to find a caravan that's not dragon cultist related who's going to Leylon.
Mm.
Right? Because if we needed to say, I mean, there is an issue of disguising ourselves a little bit, but I think that could be arranged.
So I think that should be maybe a backup plan if talking to Akin Celeban doesn't like end up going the way that we want. We could still join someone else, but perhaps we could act as guards for him, or especially if he's organizing well, I don't know if he has any caravans traveling north, but if he does, I mean, he buys and sells and trades and does all kinds of stuff, so there's a decent chance There's some going north. So I
Yeah.
think he's our best. We should just we need to find him, I think.
All right, let's go.
Okay,
Let's go
let's
to
do it.
the. Let's go to the gate. See if we can find Mr. Cinnabon.
Yeah.
Okay. Give me 1 second.
Grab beer.
Mr. Cinnabon.
Mr. Cinnabon.
That's what he looks like.
Yep.
Exactly that.
Hey guys, I'm in charge of shipping shit.
I'm here.
You smell delicious, Mr. Cinnabon.
But
This-
Cinnabon.
Is frosting? Are you sweating frosting?
Oh my god, yes, this heat really does it to me. Like dogs just following him around. Sorry, go ahead.
All right. You approach the gate. There is. By the time you get to the gate, it's probably about like 8 or 9 in the morning. There's enough foot traffic coming and going. They're kind of only stopping every, few people. How are you approaching the gate?
Just regular. I don't
casual.
have. I have regular monk robes on. They're not reversed, so looking normal.
Gra looks pretty shitty. He looks like regular Gra now, but like with dirt and horse shit caked up on him.
Mm-hmm.
Been under a cart.
And Oric has changed the color of his cloak again.
Yeah.
1 second.
To a more fashionable red.
Oh.
But not like a cultist red or anything, you know.
You know, like a chartreuse.
Just
Yeah.
fashionable.
Like a maroon?
Ooh.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Now you're talking.
And I kind of look like aged. Like I'm using my quarterstaff as a walking stick because I look fucked up, burned victim.
Okay. Okay.
But I don't make an effort to hide it or anything. Oh, I do have my cloak up.
Before
Just
before we go in there, should we, come up with a story of what happens if we're asked about your burns, all of our burned bodies?
Well,
wait, all of our burned bodies.
except for me, I'm scot free.
Yeah, you're fine.
Except
Yeah,
for
you-
hold, I'm all fucked up from scars.
Does it look like we were both involved in the same accident, or can we play this off as like, I've had this since birth,
I mean-
fucked up since I came out of the egg.
Yeah.
and then you've been in battle. I don't know.
Looking at him, does it still look really fresh?
Yes.
It's Goopy.
This just happened. You got pushed into a fire.
Oh yeah, we
We
okay.
were drinking
We both
and we were playing.
we both got pushed into a fire.
Well,
It was-
if this guy is who the order says he is, he won't
Yeah.
care how we got our battle
Oh no,
damage.
this is for the guards when they
Oh.
Yeah, the
stop
guards.
us and say,
And
You should see the other guy.
do people usually come from the north into this gate?
Yeah, they do very much so.
Like-
yeah.
Like, what's the next town north?
Okay, so
Troll claws?
Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and assume you got yourselves a copy of, a decent geographical map from
Yeah.
Althar and Leosin.
Hmm.
Dragon Spear is to the north, though not believed to be inhabited by anyone good. It's still the road still kind of goes around there. Daggerford is probably the closest thing
Okay.
between here and Waterdeep, where there's a civil society.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
It's
Wait, where's
way
that?
up there.
Dagger.
Yeah.
Well,
Way up there.
What?
Yeah.
Wait. What if we were just honest and just said we come from El Torel and that we're coming back in? We exit. We went through the north gate, and we're coming back into the city again. What if we're just honest?
No, that's. Wait. Well, would they be confused of why we didn't just travel through the east gate?
No. I don't say that we go around. I say that we've been in the city before,
Oh.
but we've come from El Torel, right?
Yeah, but El Turel's from the east. It'll look weird.
But we've come through the city before. We exited through the north gate, and now we're coming back into the city again.
Oh, I see. So you okay? Half honest.
Yeah.
From El
Graz-
Turel, and we've been here, but
But
we
we're-
forgot something,
and
so we're
we-
coming back.
We could say that we were looking for a comrade of ours, and that's where we can mention Senor Cinnabon.
Yeah.
Gross
Yes.
looking around. Are the people who are leaving the town are they carrying any kind of paperwork, or do they have like a stamp that goes on their hand?
Papers.
Shit. Are they dirty or clean?
It's quite a mixed group. Most of the traffic right now appear to be workers, hauling and carrying shit. A lot of them unloading wagons or loading some of the wagons that look like they're parked and ready to head out. And then there's a general mix of people who look like, from the town or just from the road north of the gates are kind of coming and going. Some of them sometimes hold up something small when they walk into the gates, but not everyone does.
Maybe we could either sneak in posing as workers, transferring things in and out of the gate, or go get some documents.
I don't know what the documents give us, but maybe it's worth investigating.
We
I
could
think
get-
you're right.
We
Maybe.
could get into the gate.
Besides, I'm gonna be perfectly honest. I am starving. I could use a decent breakfast.
Okay.
So I think we're gonna stop at like a tavern, whatever place kind of serves a breakfast, even if there's a bakery or something with breakfasty kind of things. Is there a bakery or tavern or something?
Yeah, I'd say not too far from the gates, near one of the very active crossroads, is a well-placed, strategically located small tavern that serves both food and ale.
Oh, fail.
Okay.
So
That looks
if you-
perfect.
if
Let's
you
do
like,
it.
You can head there.
Yeah. We're gonna head there.
Okay. Alright.
Yeah. And then
you-
let's
you
investigate. I'm
approach
with the
and
plan.
There are delicious smells wafting out from
Oh, what do we
within.
smell?
Oh,
Delicious smells.
sounds like lots of baked goods.
Okay.
Hot ciders. Some coffee.
Oh. Keep telling me. It sounds so good. I'm so hungry.
I'm hungry.
Coffee.
Time.
Yeah. Yeah. You stroll inside.
It's a tavern, right? Like, is the basic
Well,
idea?
it's more like I don't know,
Like a sit down and eat food
yeah,
and drink
like
beer
a sit
place.
down. This is more like more like a restaurant than a tavern.
Not like not a room and board place, right?
No. More like a small family-run establishment. Lots of tables. There is a bar with bar stools and such, but definitely more of food and drink than, say, a place to go get shit-faced or party.
Not with that attitude.
Yeah, well.
I would. We would walk in and find a booth in the corner somewhere.
Yeah.
Okay.
You seat big people.
You get
s-
some very interesting looks, considering
God.
your
Really?
group's
We're
composition.
strange.
And Grimlaw
Has his
he
mask
still
on.
is wearing his mask. Okay.
He's wearing his mask and he's got his cloak on to hide all
He's
the things.
but a child.
Let's see. I can do this since he's not here.
Cinnabon.
Burgers.
I like that, Senior Cinnabon.
9 is not feeling so charismatic with his recent burn wounds, but you're not warmly greeted, but you're not turned away, and they kind of say, yes, this table over here, and they kind of point to a table in the back corner.
Perfect.
Perfect.
It's perfect, yes.
Oh, this one over here, the one with the gold coin on the floor. Whoop. Yeah, this is for you. And I put my
Oh.
gold coin.
Oh, thank you, Goliath. They kind of look at your large stature.
Hey,
Yes, gaze upon the stature. Gaze.
You might want to wait before you thank him. He eats, well, a bit.
Well, we'll bring out the chef's special for you. He's
Oh, that
making,
sounds great.
He's making a large batch of baked eggs and meats all mashed up in a big warm pan.
Tell him to make it Goliath-sized.
Well, we could bring several servings out, and he's kind of like... checking
No,
the
just-
coin.
Just one Goliath size will do.
Oh, no, I believe we're all eating, so several.
Oh, alright. Yeah, several.
Yeah, several Goliath-sized.
We'll
Yeah.
Some warm cider or coffee if you like, and some of the egg bake. As soon as it's ready.
I have a
right,
request.
yes.
Are you familiar with Carver's spiced cider?
No?
No? Okay, never mind. I thought maybe. We can spice our own cider. Just bring
Yeah,
out the cider.
Just bring it. Yes, we can mull our own wine and everything.
Sure, we do serve alcohol if that's what you're after at this early hour.
What's on tap?
Well,
no,
we
it's
only
okay, it's okay.
have one keg of a local draft.
Just coffee for me, please.
Wheat ale. Oh,
Coffee.
sure. Okay.
Wheat ale made from wheat. Okay, I'll have one of those.
Very well, very well. And they kind of stop at a few other tables on their way back to the kitchen, but disappear for some time. It's probably about 20 minutes or so.
All right,
How are we gonna find Cinnabon?
all right, we need to ask stealthy questions to the right people here. Oh, I look around the room. Who's here with us?
Mostly worker types. Really very few people of interest, though. You do see, it's definitely a bit of a melting pot over here, although dominantly human. There are some half-elves. There is an older-looking dwarf,
Okay.
kind of sat by himself.
Yeah, there's a dwarf over there.
Hey, he's old.
Yeah, he's.
And,
Look at him. Look how long his beard is.
Wow.
There's a halfling who looks fairly. Clothes are fairly dirty, like he works on our farm or somewhere, doing all kinds of labor. Type
Look over there.
things.
Is that a dwarf too?
It's a tiny, tiny halfling.
Oh, I can't tell. They look the same.
It's either wait,
Like a
no,
scrawny
baby.
dwarf.
a
to you.
tiny, tiny
It's
dwarf.
almost
Like
he
a
a
baby?
really fat halfling.
cut his beard off and
Oh.
glued it onto his hands and feet.
Why doesn't he have a beard in the right place?
It's weird. Oric, explain that. What is that?
Ugh.
Sure, I'll explain it. And Oric gets up from the table and goes over to where the dwarf is.
No, the other one. The
Critic, why is he so deformed? The grossest looking dwarf I've ever seen.
Oh God, he's looking this way.
No,
Look at
no,
it,
no,
look
no,
at
no,
it.
no. Look down, look down, look down.
Oh, he's still looking.
Ugh.
Ugh.
I puked in my mouth a little. I puked in my mouth.
Oh.
Uh-oh.
I'm gonna have this whole conversation like this.
What's Orc doing? Why? Is he
He's talking
drunk?
to the dwarf.
Is he drunk?
He's doing dwarf things. It's dwarf things.
Alright, whatever.
Where's our food?
Hey, what do you say we drop a little bit of this into our drinks and I slide some of the greenest weed over on the table?
Hey. All right. I just start making a pipe of it.
Oh, or we could just go to a separate channel and do this, so they have no idea.
Hey.
What, you can't respond in Dwarvish? I want to see your expressions. Oh my god.
I wonder what they're saying.
Probably something all fucked up. Probably talked about that baby.
Based on the body language, you feel like they're just doing basic greetings right now, Krennic.
It's just dwarf stuff. They're doing dwarf things.
Dwarf
I'm
things.
switching channels.
User left your channel. Channel switched.
Oh.
Oh, well, greetings, friend. Fancy
Aye.
seeing you here. How is a dwarf doing? In these parts, doing well.
Yeah, pretty good. Meaning to apply on for the next caravan as I do from time to time.
That's
Pretty good work.
actually what we're me and my you can see them, they're goofy looking. That's actually what we're here for. But this is my first time running a caravan. I've just heard great things about doing it. Can you give me any pointers or any tips?
Well, road's a bit shite. Quite a bit dangerous through some stretches, but, you know, if all goes well, it'll be a pretty boring, long, many weeks journey. If you mean to make it all the way to Waterdeep, which most people aim for.
Yeah, that's what we're planning. I heard a name, and I don't know if you've heard of him. His name's Akin Celeban.
Keen! Yes!
Oh, okay. So,
Yes!
all right. He came highly
uh,
recommended. So,
Oh, yeah. Well, if you have an in with Akin, you'd be in pretty good shape. He's, could put in a good word for you and help you get hired on with some of the various, interested parties, heading out in the caravan here.
okay. By chance, do you know where I could find Akin?
Well, yeah. He's got a big old shop just on the outskirts of the gate there. Tends to offer up wagons, repairs, any provisions. It's almost like a massive warehouse just before the gates, just down the end of the road here.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Yeah.
I saw something like that. We just got
Yeah.
really hungry, so we stopped in here. Okay, well
Oh,
that's
yeah.
great. Thank you so much. My name, how terribly rude of me. My name's Oric Bronzebeard. It's nice to meet you.
Oh, pleasure's all mine, Vadik Okrog. And he kind of presents a handshake.
Valak, sorry, did you say Valak?
Vadik. Okrog.
Vadik, I got it.
Good family
Okrog,
name.
right.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a great name. I don't know the Okrogs, but it's nice meeting you. And perhaps,
Well, I can tell you're more of a mountain dwarf. We became hill dwarf some century back in the lineage there, if you know what I mean.
that I do. Well, it's nice seeing a dwarf. I feel much more confident about this caravan shaping up with knowing that a fine dwarf as yourself will be there. And perhaps we'll see you on the road.
Alright, yeah, maybe I'll see you in the group going out in, I think it's just about 4 days now.
Oh, 4 days, okay. Yeah, that's good to know. Alright, Vadik Ogrog, nice meeting you.
Likewise.
And I go back to the party.
Okay.
Just
Channel
Think about
switched.
that. We should
And
try
that is
User
what I
joined
think
your
about the
channel.
eggs.
Yeah, I love the eggs personally.
I mean,
but
I don't know
not
if I
everyone
love
has to.
them, but Alright.
Oh, oh! I see the food's arrived. Good
Oh,
thing.
yeah.
I'm starving.
Hey.
Took a while.
Are you
Yeah.
coming back over because your food's ready?
Oh, yeah, yeah. That's
Because
exactly
if you don't,
why I
I'm gonna
came
start
by.
eating some of your bacon.
No, don't you dare touch my bacon.
Alright, well, hey, he's coming back. He's coming back. Okay.
Oh, okay, okay.
Orc, we have an idea.
Oh,
We
okay.
have a couple ideas.
Yes, lots have happened while you've been gone, doing dwarf things. First off, who's that? Second off, our plan is to go find whoever's in charge of Baldur's Gate and tell them about Resmir.
Hmm. So, I love the enthusiasm, I really do. However, I do believe I've got this little tickling in the back of my brain here that says,
You have fleas?
the higher ups, perhaps the nobility, are probably bought off by the cult of the dragons.
But
So,
maybe not, because
you're-
the
but
the burning hand is, but not necessarily the elite guard of the northern gate.
we have no way of knowing who is in with the cult and who is not. And unless we did a lot of investigating, which perhaps we could do, my concern, and if you remember, our orders were to make sure we are part of the caravan. So if you think we could do it in 4 days, maybe? But
We should
for,
try.
I mean, to what end?
But this is what we're thinking.
Here's the plan.
Groth said it was a good idea.
Yeah.
Basically, we get the king of Baldur's Gate aware that the leader of the dragon cult is in his city, that he's transporting large amounts of gold,
Shit tons.
and they're trying
Metric
to,
shit tons.
and they're yes, shit tons. They're trying to bring back ancient dragons, and they've attacked towns, and they're in his city. I'm sure someone would want to know that and do something about it.
Maybe he could just take the gold for himself.
And
Become
throw
wealthy.
you into prison.
Why would he do that? We helped him.
You know, but people don't like loose ends.
It's not. That's not how the law works, though.
You are assuming that he's good and just and will not take advantage of your valuable information. Listen, I don't disagree with you. However, it may be prudent for us to gather a little more information about him. Perhaps we can talk to Akeen,
Mr. Cinnabon.
because I know where he is.
Oh!
And-
Why didn't you say that right off the start?
So,
Is that him?
Is
no,
that a
I
Keem?
point to the dwarf.
no,
Is that
Cinnabon?
He smells
there.
great. He smelled that Cinnabon, isn't he?
no. But perhaps we could get a little more information from him since he seems to be a trusted source. And based off of his hopefully good feedback, we'll be able to either put your plan into action or put it to bed.
Well, I feel like we should give it we should try. I
Like-
can't believe the entire realm has gone mad and wants this dragon cult to be running amok.
I'm with you. I totally agree. However, I also know that a king wants to protect his people. And we have seen dragons, right? We have seen a full-sized, full-grown dragon. And if there are multiple dragons, and Baldur's Gate stops whatever is happening, okay, and the dragons attack Baldur's Gate, how many thousands of people will die? I think a king will do whatever it takes to protect his people. And if we stop the cult here, which maybe we can, but maybe that means dragons will decide Baldur's Gate is worth their notice.
That's...
I only have one question.
Go for it.
Find out what was up with that fucked up baby over there. Why's his beard all fucked?
Still that weird half.
He keeps
Dwarf
looking
weird
at us.
thing.
I feel sick every time he looks over here. Oh,
Don't look at him.
ugh.
Oric, I feel like. Well, yes, that is a thing we must always worry about, as on the side of good. We can't let evil triumph. That would
I agree.
tip the balance.
As I said, I'm not saying no. It could be a great idea. But I am saying before we make a decision, we should go get information.
Alright,
Right.
Krennic, how about this? You finish eating the unborn fetuses of your own kind. And then we'll go talk to Cinnabon.
Oh,
And
I
we'll
looked
get
down, and my plate's empty. I was doing that while you were talking.
Mm-hmm. And then we'll go figure out whose side Cinnabon is on.
Let's do it.
Alright. Like, I scarf down the rest of my Goliath-sized eggs and bacon.
Okay.
Oric eats a bunch too. Odds at the Elder Hill Dwarf. And we exit.
Okay.
After paying, I assume that gold covered more than enough.
I'm sure it did.
Yeah.
I mean, these things are like 10 copper. You fucking paying me gold for every time we do this.
It's
We got a shitload of it.
Jesus.
dirt cheap. You head over to where the dwarf described to you, and the buildings all along. I'm looking at this map, by the way.
Baldur's Gate players.
The
Yeah.
buildings on the far side of that, it's kind of just open grounds everywhere. But all around is just like a menagerie of offloaded goods, ready to. I just kind of mislabeled.
Oh shit, it's a fight space!
It's more like markets. Oops. But it's really more like, there's just offloaded goods everywhere, almost like an open air warehouse of sorts, and kind of walking around talking to various groups of people who are standing near their goods is a lithe, tall elf and several attendants, all wearing like the same pale lime green tunics. And several of these other attendants are walking separately, talking to various patrons. But it's pretty clear from the description that you got, Oric, that the elf holding the clipboard is Akin Celeban.
A medieval clipboard.
Ooh.
Well, a bunch of loose pages and.
Oh, he's an
notes.
elf.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Okay. Can
Did it?
we
We found him.
can we approach?
Sure.
I'm gonna approach.
I'm gonna follow your lead because I don't know shit about any of this. I'm just following you.
As we're
I follow.
walking up, are the people around him also elves, or is it like
No,
human?
it's mostly humans. There's like a half elf and another elf with him, but mostly humans in his company here.
And do I remember anything that the Order of the Gauntlet and or the Harpers, Leosin, or whatever the fuck the other guy's name is, any
Anthar.
kind of Anthar. Did they give us any words or phrases to say to Akin to?
No, but
That we recall?
You all have a symbol of your faction with you, considering your recent promotions within your respective orders. Harpers have. Okay, I'm brain farting right now too, but you all have symbols that
Okay.
clearly identify you as members of at least some note within those different organizations.
Okay. I walk up to him, and I have the symbol in my hand.
We're all giants.
Oh my god.
You're
We're
a
fucking massive. I flip over 8 carts. Kick them aside as if they were toys.
Yeah, that's better.
And in Elvish, I say, greetings from El Turel. And I kind of like, not in like a police way, but like in a subtle kind of way, show the badge.
Gra looks down and he's shocked that Auric is spouting so many languages. Never heard things before.
Yeah, that's insane.
He kind of this one, that one. Oh, hello there, and good day. And he's kind of looking at you as you present the symbol.
I told them it means peace.
What? Where do you come from?
Well, greetings, friend. My name is Auric Bronzebeard. We are originally from El Turel.
He's kind of shooing his attendants to keep talking with some of the customers. Yes, let's walk and talk. Walk and talk with me. He's
Alright.
kind of strolling you back towards sort of his little depot here.
I
Roz-
gesture at everybody to follow.
Okay.
Oh, okay. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
And he kind
I
of
follow.
takes you near the
Hood
side
up.
of his establishment over here.
This way, little dragon knight.
Ah, sorry, El Toro.
Yes. We've been, if it's Onthar and Leosin sent word from El Turel, we're here to, on a mission. They gave us your name. Perhaps you will be able to aid in the Order or the Harpers.
He says, "Not
We're
yet."
here.
Yes.
I'm-
Well,
You said all the words.
I'm sure your fine ears have caught wind of some of the happenings that may be going on currently.
I very much do still owe Antha quite a bit, though I find myself in a bit of a difficult situation, because I know that some interesting characters have been buying almost all of my more elite caravan goods. All of the covered wagons have been purchased by various people well in advance of this next expedition, and to say it's suspicious would be an understatement. And all of my little birds inside the city tell me that many members of both the Watch and the Flaming Fist have been acting a bit strange of late. For the past several 10 days, to be exact.
That does not surprise me.
He's kind of scanning the various rows of merchants and goods stacked up, trying to gauge if anyone's watching right now, and he kind of looks back at all of you.
Is this a good place to speak, or should we perhaps rendezvous at another time?
Well, I would be happy to see if any caravans are in need of such skilled and diverse guards as yourself. Why don't we step inside my office and we'll take a look at my ledgers to see what sort of outstanding needs have yet to have been met. And he kind of just turns 180 and heads into this building here.
Critic.
Yeah.
Org follows.
What's a ledger?
It's a spreadsheet.
And then
It, money stuff.
okay. Oh. Yeah. Box for it.
Okay.
Safe.
He waits for you all to follow him in, and closes the door behind you all. He says, "Listen, uh, there are an unknowable number of shady characters going on this caravan from here towards Waterdeep. Many of them have been preparing and buying as much space as possible. Many of them outfitting and trying to look like normal merchants, but they're nothing like I've ever seen. And they're being very secretive about who they hire and allow to handle their goods.
We.
It's
Oh, go
true
ahead.
that I owe Anthar and the Order quite a lot, and I'm happy to pay that forward to you all on his behalf. And I'll do what I can to help you, but I would suggest you tread lightly. Just this morning, I heard rumor of a dead baby dragon and some sort of caravan being assaulted near Old City.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's nuts. Yeah.
We heard about that as well.
I mean, just this morning, our dog got run over by a caravan. It was crazy.
Hi. Well, either way, many travelers don't leave alone on the road north here towards Waterdeep. It's not a pleasant journey, as you can imagine, going past the fields of dead, through the troll claws, and even the old abandoned keep of Dragonspear, where undead are rumored to roam all around there. We try to take quite a wide berth to get back onto the trade way towards Daggerford. But if you wish to travel alone, you can. If you wish for me to try to find a spot for you in the caravans as hired guards, or to even take a caravan of your own, you're quite the recognizable group. And he's just kind of looking from Gra to the cat to the owl to
Oh, thank you.
Bold. He says, it might take a couple days, but I could either retrofit another wagon or get you your own covered wagon if you wish to be a little more inconspicuous. If you wish to try to join on as hired guards, you could even get paid for some work along the way, but you would be fairly exposed, and I
Well,
would imagine that at least half of the people going on this next caravan are suspicious.
I think we should sneak.
I believe I believe my friend is right. Yes, it's not worth a little bit of coin to be exposed like that.
What kind of covered wagons you got?
Well, I could give you the best discount possible, considering partial debt repayment to Anthar. But we could work any angle you have in mind. People of many backgrounds need to travel, and sometimes they need to travel with privacy, or they need to travel with highly valuable goods. Most people in the caravan try to stay amicable with each other, considering they'll be spending weeks or even months on the road through fairly perilous regions, and it's kind of an unspoken rule of the road that your collective forces are often what keep you safe. So many people tend to keep to themselves. I'd say we could work any angle you like, and we have a few days, so we could try to prepare something that
So-
suits your desires here.
Perhaps this is a bit of a tough question, but do you have any? Do you know of any kind of cloaks of like they could disguise, perhaps some of our more unique friends here? And just as a sidebar here, I'm quite skilled with a hammer and with tools, and I would be more than happy to offer my services for the next few days if you were to have some, you know, if you need help preparing anything,
Yeah.
even if it's not the most advanced cart, I could probably get it ship shape within the amount of time that we have.
And I am skilled in picking things up and putting them down. You need
That's
something picked up, I could do it. You need it put down somewhere, I could do that.
I saw him pick up a horse once.
Yeah.
It was-
Well,
And then I put it down.
let's play a game of why don't you tell me what you know as far as what the hell's going on here, because I haven't gotten word from Monthar or the Order in some time now. There's
Please.
talk of a dragon attack to the south, some 10-day back or more, and then people whispering about some weird lizard or baby dragon being killed just yesterday in the old city here now. And
I'm not gonna lie.
if Anthar sent you here and wishes you to get into a caravan with what I can only describe as some of the most shadiest merchants I've ever encountered in all my years doing this, clearly someone or something is going on, and I'm in the dark here. So
Well,
help
first-
me help you.
First of all, we would be more than happy to regale you with the information we have. However, it's also prudent, and perhaps we should have done this at the beginning, but do you have a letter or symbol from Onthar that you could show us to verify that you are in fact the person that we believe we're speaking to?
He goes into a drawer behind his desk there and kind of opens it up and pulls out a scroll, and it's got the seal of the Order on it, and it says, Akin Celeban hereby owes Anthar Froom a debt of 10,000 gold.
Oh! He's fucked.
Wow. He's got to give us stuff.
He
Yeah.
kind of looks down at the paper and looks at you and says, Anthar and I have a bit of a gambling history.
Well,
And it kind of
and-
gives you like a fairly playful wink considering the gold total that you've just read on the scroll here. He says, I've paid most of it back, but Anthar extracts his repayments in interesting ways, and he's kind of just looking at all of you when he lays those last few words down.
Well, just so that you are aware, and you're absolutely right, there are very shady people about. That's because the cult of the dragon is present. From what we understand, they are transporting a great horde through Baldur's Gate north. We believe that they are trying to resurrect the dragons. This is a very secretive and important mission. We are to gather as much information as we can.
This
It's-
man here, he shot one of them dragons square in the eyeball. I seen it myself.
And we also, this is not our first dealings with the cult.
Yeah,
And
check this out. And then Gra takes his chainmail from the bottom and he flips it inside out, and it says Langdradrosa on the inside of his chainmail. It's like, I killed this man and I took his armor.
It's scribbled in like handwritten draconic.
Yep.
Do not machine wash.
Yep.
Um, we we are witnesses to the fact that the leader of the cult, as we know it, is within Baldur's Gate. The attack, or the carriage incident to the east of us, was our causing. We incidentally, having suspected that the cult was here, decided to investigate one of the covered wagons approaching, and we happened to, well, stick our foot quite literally in it. And
Peekaboo.
we came across the leader of the cult, Resmir. In the incident we did, and the the dragon dog that you saw, that was belonging to my kobold friend here. We barely have escaped, barely with our lives.
And now we look like this.
We look
And-
like
Dramatic
shit.
pull of the
Yeah.
the cloak.
Oh,
Melted
put it back
face.
on. Put it back on.
Ugh.
Oh.
Like shit. So when I say a disguise of some kind, I do believe the disguise could very well be the difference between life and death for us, having been probably recognized by several of their guards.
He kind of just starts to grow a smile that reaches
And there it is.
cheek to cheek. Says, well, by the gods, first the spell plague and now dragons.
Dragons.
Well, Anthar's surely gonna have to clear my debt after this one. He's
We'll
kind
make
of
sure.
clenching his teeth between the smile a bit. He says, alright, listen. If all is as you say, and I've got no reason to believe it isn't, you can rest assured that this cult and their portable horde has certainly lined the pockets of guards, nobles, council members. Baldur's Gate is a very, very large city that tries to remain neutral, but assuredly many of them are as corrupt as can be. And if they are moving these goods from the coastway south and plan on coming out the coastway north, they're not doing it alone.
So, Krennic, why don't you tell our friend here the idea that you were discussing, and perhaps he can give us some feedback.
Well, I think we should tell the authorities. I think we should go to whoever runs the North Gate or the entire city and tell them Resmir is in his midst and he has this one opportunity to change the future
And become incredibly wealthy.
and seize all the gold that is passing through his city that is owned by this uh, deviant and his horde.
He, his smile just kind of turns into a light chuckle. Says, listen, friend, the amount of litigation and again, if some of these gods have been bought and sold, some of these council members and nobles along with them, let's just say that I don't expect you'd get much traction with something like that.
Dang.
I
Not lawful.
appreciate your noble thoughts, but I try to avoid the politics of the city. And I'm happy to help you in any way that I can with disguising yourselves, supplying yourselves, and doing what I can to embed you in this caravan. But there's not a chance in the nine hells I'm gonna get involved
with some of the people beyond the walls in Upper City there.
Okay, how about this? Perhaps the problem is they don't know who Resmir is.
Perhaps.
If they did, might gain their attention. I wonder if there were to be another incident with dragon cultists exposing themselves within the border of Baldur's Gate, someone other than us would pay attention.
Certainly possible.
The gods gave me 2 feet for a reason.
I'm happy
Kicking
to
each
supply
cheek.
you with some paperwork implying that you are regular caravan guards for hire if you wish to go into the city. If some of you wish to
Yes.
stay here and
Yes.
work on building a caravan worthy of surviving the road and disguising or hiding you within it, I would gladly accept some help in that regard as well. But we only have a few days, and I will need to pull a few strings to get some materials and some carts that we can retrofit.
Perhaps we could speed the process up with a little bit of this, and then Gryle holds out a fistful of gold.
Always helpful.
Hey.
How
Okay.
much does a cart go for these days? 10 gold? 8 gold?
Well, you need horses to pull it. I imagine in about a day or two we could have what we need. And your friend who says he's handy here and he's looking at Oric, I'm happy to get you some supplies so that you could begin converting it into a covered wagon. Now we could make it look like a covered wagon. You could go well beyond that if you want, but I'll leave the logistics to you.
Bring
But
it out.
I'm happy to help organize and supply what I can.
What if we did both?
That's what I'm saying.
We get our traveling wagon ready to go,
And we eat
That's-
it too.
and that's our plan B. And while it's being made ready, a couple of us, if not possible all of us, go into the city as guards, ask around, find Resmir, and make another scene. I
Oh.
aim to weaken his position, and if we can get the city to
Or
realize that he's here, it would help us.
I appreciate your thirst for vengeance on Resmir.
It's not
but
vengeance. It's this. It's not vengeance. I don't care personally what happened, but he can't be allowed to just walk through the biggest city in all of Faerun.
that's true, we could stop him here.
I
And
Try.
perhaps. All right, and then I lean in real close so that Cinnabon can't hear. It's like maybe he can give us some of the money he owes, and we can go restock in town with it. Give us like 500 gold
That would also
of
help.
the debt.
While you're whispering away here, all three of you
Wobble,
can
wobble,
make
wobble,
an
wobble, wobble.
insight check.
He's gone.
Yeah, okay. Yeah. Uh-huh.
Mm.
Oh, wow, yeah,
Wow,
Okay.
Grog.
We are very insightful. We've been through the shit today.
Yeah,
I
Um,
died.
so-
I died this morning.
I'm gonna go ahead and
that's right.
zoom
I
out
did
your
too.
map and then remind you that you've got about 4 days,
Yeah,
and that's how big the city is,
yeah.
Oh, that's big. Yeah.
and that you can certainly try to find Resmir.
Right. It'd
Well,
probably be like I wouldn't want to go search for him in the lower
Yes.
district. It would have to be in the upper district.
Well, he has to come through this gate. He has to. We can
He
just
has-
stand here.
He has to go through P, right?
Yeah.
Like he has to go through
Yeah.
the P gate,
Yeah.
before he
Lower
can go through
city
the
to
E
upper
gate.
city. Yeah.
Right. So
Yeah.
I'm thinking we have 2 days at least before he reaches the P gate. Uh, yeah, right. And then we work on the caravan until then. Cinnabon gets our paperwork together. We are
Yep.
now guards. We go into the city, get our supplies, and
Yep.
if we can pick up on Resmir, make a scene.
Yep.
Not to go defeat him, not that, but to
To
expose,
expose. Yeah. I'm all
Exactly.
down with that plan. That sounds
mean-
solid.
Okay.
What do you think? What do you think, Ark? What do you
Oh,
think, Ark?
I think it's a terrible idea.
Oh,
Like,
no.
Why?
probably the worst possible idea that
Wait.
you.
But if the city guard sees dragon cultists in their midst, they would
But-
maybe do something about it.
Did our friend here not literally just say that most of them, a lot of them, have been bought? And again, you do not know who has been bought and who has not.
Look,
And
all I know is
if you
if
start a
there's hope-
scene,
no. If you give in to the worry, then they have already won. We have changed a life this morning from someone who was a cultist, who was
We slipped
most
a
likely
gold coin
now
in that
not.
man's butt crack.
I'm not
There is
saying
hope.
that I don't want to change lives. I'm just saying you've got to pick your fights, Krennic.
Oh.
And I don't think this is the particular fight we should be picking.
Well,
And
I don't
it's-
suggest we fight. Just make a scene. I will defer to the group, but I think there could be merit in. At some point, Baldur's Gate will have to join the fight, and if there are dragons coming, they won't escape. And
tell you what.
so They must
Tell you
do
what.
this.
Let's start with the first part of that plan. Let's go into town and restock with a little bit of our friend's money here,
Well, that will definitely happen.
and then we'll keep our eyes peeled.
Well, again, he's very. I mean, we should definitely resupply. However, and or it kind of turns to him. You have a lot of provisions yourself, do you not?
Oh, yeah.
Like, do you have, for example, health potions? Do you have
Oh.
provisions such as that?
No, friend, sorry. My provisions are for outfitting, fixing, and supplying wagons, carts, wheels, axles, tack, harness. I am a provisioner for caravans in the sense of making sure that they can survive the trip from here towards Waterdeep. If you need any other supplies, I can, as I said, prepare paperwork for 2 of you to go into the city as guards.
Okay.
But I would choose wisely if you say that you actually were the ones who caused that disturbance, because if some of these cultists, as you say, or other guards were to encounter you, you are not an unrecognizable group. He's kind of just smiling.
Grot looks down at Krennic and he says, I think that's a pretty clear out. Perhaps we should stay stealthy.
We should, yeah.
I mean, it's an incredibly large city, easy and.
Well, I'm an incredibly large Goliath.
Well, that's one problem, for sure. But you know, the city's large. You made it sound like many of them won't be passing through or arriving for a few days. But as I mentioned earlier, there have been quite a lot of advanced preparations for this caravan, so it does seem like a very large number of them will be joining its ranks whenever that is, presumably over the next couple days.
All right, so it sounds like me and Krennic are going in town, right? And the orcs staying behind are working on wagon. That's what's going on.
Orc is definitely staying behind to make sure everything is
beyond fantastic.
All right, Gra takes a knee next to Auric.
Yeah.
He's still taller than him. Puts his hand on his shoulder. Listen, Auric, look, I know this is gonna sound a little weird, but I am going to pay to have a ballista installed into our caravan.
Oh.
It's gonna be under the tarp. It's gonna cost me a lot of money, but I feel like we're gonna need it.
Wow. I mean, if we ever have to use that, we basically have one use, and then we have to leave.
I've seen what you could do with ballistas. I saw what it did on the boat back there.
Yeah.
I know it
is
could
used-
take a
Yes.
They could drag it down. We could latch it onto a cart if we had to. We could
I
shoot it
agree.
through a bad guy. I'm gonna install a ballista.
Girl, I am with you 100%.
Normally,
You're like,
normally I would say it's like, giving a stick of dynamite to a child.
I'll even let you pull the trigger.
However, yeah, I'll do it, and I believe I could probably actually make it with the scrap pieces of metal.
Oh,
Yeah.
I
Could
mean,
you put
I'm
it on
willing
a
to
s-
pay for it. I'll
Could
pay
you put
for
it on a
a swivel.
a giant lazy Susan so we can aim it?
Yeah, that's what I want.
Yeah.
I want like a swivel ballista inside this covered
On a-
wagon. They'll
on a
never even
gimbal.
fucking know. Yeah.
I will see what I can do. I make no promises.
All right, so if you had a visible quest log right now, a keen Celebon would basically say, determine what you want the theme of your wagon to be, or wagons, and he will work tirelessly to help find the supplies that you need.
Yep.
You will have to pay for many of those components depending on what it is you're doing in terms of the look and feel of your caravan. But he's talking like overall theme, like who are you? What are you? What's the story? What's the wagon or the caravan look like? Are you Prince Ali coming into town? Are you regular merchants? And he will try to also secure appropriate garb and attire for people who should be in that caravan. And he said within a few hours he will go talk to a guard and get some paperwork for two of you to be able to enter the city unmolested, as it were.
Sweet.
But he says if you, pointing at Gra, plan
Hello.
on going into the city, or you, Krennic, the owl person, that you should heavily consider a ridiculous amount of coverage and disguise if you don't wish to be recognized based on the encounters you've described to him.
Right.
Yeah.
Two thoughts. First, guys,
Yeah.
there should be a traveling food cart for sure, like a noodle cart
Yeah, we can cook.
with
which
a
is so
secret
good.
ballista inside it that we could just fucking take the top off and then we're
Just
ballista.
rip off and
Yep.
then ballista time.
We're gonna have like chickens in cages on the outside. There's gonna be noodle soup and barrels. It's gonna look awesome.
So okay.
We broke him.
Orc's trying to like, what? Clients, am I right?
So I love the enthusiasm. What a great idea. One minor problem, maybe.
Yeah.
I love
Yes.
the idea. Okay, great idea, and we can come back to it. However, we trying to remain unrecognizable and secretive?
Yes.
But I
Yes.
think food cart, like people will come to us, and it's not like we don't have cover. We
But-
could cook and then get information from them as they come to the food.
But
Yeah.
we just said that we are trying to be secretive, and
Yeah.
you said lots of people will come to our cart.
Well, like only good people. Like if they're trying to be incognito, then they'll stay with their own people
Listen,
and they'll get
if-
their own food.
If we need information, we could just be a repair wagon or something.
What
Oh,
if they
you-
break
no.
down?
No, we are a manure cart.
Yeah. No one will want to come to us.
Special manure
We got.
from El Turo that has to go all the way to Waterdeep.
It's
Because only
really old.
certain wines grow in vineyards grow in this fertilizer.
It's got little maggots in it.
Yes, it is just the right
Special
temperature and
Tom Haverford mushrooms.
Yeah.
exactly.
All right, I like that a lot.
Oh god.
and under the shit, we'll have a hidden cavity that we can hide in.
Listen, don't worry about the ballista. I can break that into several pieces and it's like quick assembly.
Okay, yes.
So it's not like obviously a ballista. If someone looks in the back of our cart, they wouldn't be like, "Oh, look, a ballista."
No,
Hey,
they won't see
Orc,
shit. Tons
I
of
heard
shit.
about these things in the mountain once. They're called springs. We should put springs in it, so we could just push a button and it.
Oh, like a crossbow.
Yeah, like it
Like a
it's
giant crossbow.
self assembles.
Okay. We can maybe do that. Listen. Okay. The one thing about the manure is that we would be traveling with it for perhaps months, so we may lose our sense of smell, which is really bad for you cooks. However, if we do decide to do like a noodle cart, which we could do, we just need disguises. I've heard of things like a cloak of disguise that will literally disguise your appearance, or a hat of disguise.
We could get one of those.
Literally change how you look. It won't change like your Graw. If you put it on and you tried to look like a gnome, you would appear as a gnome, but your physical mass, people would still bump into you.
I'd be
or,
a giant gnome.
stuff like that.
Oh, second.
But listen, that probably costs some gold, and we would need at least 2 of them if we were to pull it off.
Let's get it from Cinnabon.
Well, that's what I was asking him before. But I don't know. I mean, we could do anything. We just have to be clever about it.
Yeah. Yeah, that would be great.
All right. Well, why don't we take the downtime between now and next week?
Yeah.
You guys can formulate offline your plan at large for what you want your build and theme to be for this caravan. And
Yes.
and we will pick up with a bit of a several days montage next week, depending on what happens. Who knows? I don't know.
We're alive.
Yeah.
Oh, you know what else we could do?
Hmm.
We could be like a fortune-telling group or something.
Oh, we could be fortune tellers. Yeah.
I actually have a spell that could aid in that, perhaps.
Didn't you just say that we shouldn't be
That's true,
presenting our
actually.
faces with people?
Yeah,
We
you're
don't want to be
absolutely right.
seeked out.
Let's just be like a leper cart.
I still vote for the leper cart or the manure cart. I think that is.
Don't come over here, you'll get leprosy.
I
It's
know.
really not good.
Transporting dire sick people
Yeah.
to Waterdeep, where they can only find.
All these guys got
Yeah.
diarrhea. You don't want to be over
Cursed.
here.
You're cursed.
Oh, curse cart. Yeah.
We are carrying cursed items.
Oh, yeah. We could be like ghost hunters. We'll have like all the cursed shit that we
Actually,
get.
Cursed items is pretty cool.
I
Maybe
like
not
that.
people, because we'd have to fake that somehow. One of you would have to stay in the back moaning and complaining.
I'll be
But-
like, I used to be an elf. Now look at me.
Yeah. We could make a
Oh,
very
yeah,
fancy
there
cart
it
that
is.
could fit all of us.
Cursed
Just something
items.
that would not attract a ton of curious people.
You don't want anyone to see the ballista in the cart. That would be bad.
Yeah.
Will cover himself head to toe and pretend to be a leper. You can kind of like acid.
Oh.
No, wait. Just
Skin.
like camera pan down to Auric and Krennic, the acid splashed people. They're
It's
lepers.
true. Graw's still clean.
I'll be like a nurse.
Google image searching for covered lepers was the worst.
Oh,
idea
no,
I've
no, no,
ever
no, no,
had.
no, no.
Don't,
No.
no.
There's a cure for that now,
Mistakes
though.
were made.
No.
Now I have to do it. Leper.
No.
Con?
Images.
Ah.
Oh. Oh.
Alright, I gotta go eat. I'm crashing.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Right.
G.
GG.
Thank you for sparing us.
Yeah, thank you.
Well, there's think about, why maybe people left.
Look, don't fuck up the mission again.
Well, it's fair to say that they did not want to be
Suppose.
at a scene in a
Yeah.
city.